Nyang! Snagga Dagga in the building! Yo! Amisa! Nyang! On a not swing the bomber clock foot! Look good now, man.
Bop.
Bomber clock, don't know. Welcome back to the Tuggawar podcast.
Yeah, man.
Today is a very, very special episode. Very, very special episode. Because this gentleman sitting next to me is a very good friend, a legend in the industry, a man of many talents. And I feel privileged. I think it's your first podcast, right? First time.
First.
So I feel privileged to have him up on the Tuggawar podcast.
Yeah.
And very influential on my career. Snagga Dagga from the Manor in the building.
Target.
Yay! I miss Lovely to see you, my brother.
Nice to
Lovely
be
to
here,
see
man.
you.
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Nah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Great to be here. Officially sponsored by Mama War.
Yes.
Mama War, I love you loads. Thank you so much.
Big up Mama War.
Yeah, we've done some great chocolate chip cookies today.
Yes. Just leave them
They're
right
amazing.
there.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
So easy access.
Yes.
Yeah, Snags, man. Nah, I respect my brother, man. Thank you for coming. And it's been a long time. I've been excited to do this podcast. It's crazy.
Man.
I've been
It's all
excited
good.
because
I'm excited too, man.
we haven't sat down for such a long time.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's going to be great, because we had a few little technical problems a minute ago. That's how you know when greatness happens,
Yeah.
this is how it is. You
That's
get
how
me?
it goes.
Yeah, man. So, before I get any further, for anybody who don't know, let them know who Snagga Dagga is.
Snagga Dagga from the Manor.
From the Manor.
Yeah. Gosh, I got so many hats. You get me? But like, the name Snagga Dagga, at first my name used to be Funky Banton. When I was in,
Rotted.
yeah, because I used to
Someone said that to me. I can't remember who. Yeah, it's Funky Banton. You know?
Yeah, because I used to like soul music. I never even used to like
Okay.
dancehall. Yeah, at all.
Serious.
But then my brethren challenged me to make up some dancehall lyrics.
Right.
Yeah, and I had to go away for a
So you
week.
say you was a souls man?
Soul, strictly soul.
Serious.
Yeah, I can play rare groove all night and all them things.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like so they challenged me, and after about a week, I come back, and then I started. I must have made 2 lyrics. I can remember the lyrics today, but yeah, and
Your first ever dancehall lyrics.
first ever dancehall lyrics.
Yeah.
And then after that, now I must have they was building a sound around the estate, Puss Road, so
In Hackney.
in Hackney. So we were kind of like,
What age? How old was he?
gosh, I can't remember. I was about 13, 14.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the age I started.
Yeah, and so so when they built the sound, because I could build lyrics, it seemed natural. Yeah, they wanted me to be the MC. You know them days there. It weren't like the MCs now. You had to defend your sound with lyrics.
Lyrics.
Yeah. So every day I've been making lyrics. I've been up to now school, round by the back, at the bottom of the stairs, clashing everybody.
Right,
Yeah, that's how I was on it. And then I used to just go around with the sound. And then just defend the sound. Used to play like Pedro Club and all
So you
them
was
good-
more of like a souls man before then?
Sounds man, yeah. But because of the sound system, I had to make lyrics.
Right.
Yeah, so that bared me into the artist side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so you're a selector.
But
Yeah.
my mum wasn't having it. My mum was like, you need to put down the mic and think about your future.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Cool,
So
man.
so what I did,
Yeah.
I went to college to learn to be an electronic engineer. So I went to Hackney College just to quiet my mum's side. But it became good because I could use that to fix the amps and the sounds. And
It's a very good skill.
Yeah.
Very
And
good skill.
in the end, that taught me to become a technician in a college. And then the technician side made me become a teacher, and a teacher now, like, getting in. Because I've always involved in technology and stuff. So that's that route. Musically, I was just going around MCing, under the name Funky Banton, until one day I was in a studio with Steely, R.I.P. Steely.
R.I.P. Steely.
Yeah, Steely from Steely and Clevey.
Steely and Clevey.
Yeah, with who was there?
And people don't know, Steely is like the equivalent of Dr. Dre almost in dancehall.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
literally.
Yeah. Because he used to engineer for jammies and be a musician for jammies and make them. Yeah. So he's like a legend. Yeah. So he's in the studio, and with Roddy Ranks from Uni.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
That was my favourite sound growing up.
yeah, Uni. Yeah.
Uni is my sound growing up,
Yeah. And sure, they had the links with jammies and
Yes.
yeah. So that's why you know.
They did. That's what I remember. I remember
You could see it now.
Yeah, I can see it now. It's crazy when you look back.
Yeah, because the way Roddy and Steely would sit down.
What's the owner of Uni called again?
Ribs.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so I was in the studio and Steely was mixing a dub plate. You get me? Kenny Knox was there as well.
Yeah.
And they was mixing a dub plate and they wanted the intro for the dub plate and Steely was like, it would have been nice if I had Snagga Puss here.
Yeah, Kill Angel on a dub plate. I've seen him. I've been with him in the studio. Yeah. It's crazy because I met... You want to know something? I'm going to stop your story just to give you a little thing why it's crazy to me. Because I met Snagga Puss before I met you.
Okay. See.
I met Snagga Puss was my friend in Jamaica. Big up Snagga Puss.
Yes, big up Snagga Puss.
I hope he's well. I haven't heard from him for ages. Big up Snagga Puss, man. And he was around the studio. I was hanging around mixing up studio. Snagga Puss was around there and I obviously recognised him straight away. And hanging around the dubplate studio, he'd always be doing the intros on the dubplate.
Okay. So that's why.
Yeah, so when I met Snagga Puss, he wasn't exactly a hot artist because them song kind of died down a little bit. When I met him, it was I met him 2002.
Okay.
So he wasn't as hot as he was in the 90s, so to speak. But his name was still ringing. You understand what I mean? I was there. He was selling roots.
He was selling roots?
Yeah, he was going in the studio selling roots to artists. And I used to support him and buy his roots. And he's a quality guy. Still recording and that as well. Still.
I did hear he was selling roots.
Yeah. Still back on
at
the
one
stage.
point he turned video man.
Snagga, I think so. I don't know about the video man thing. But he's selling roots. I think it was called Snagga Roots.
Yeah. I
think so. Something like that. Don't quote me on the name of the roots. But he was definitely selling his own roots.
Okay.
And he's driving around selling the roots and that. And it's crazy because that's 202. And I met you in 205.
Yeah.
Or something, 206, 205, something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because that makes sense now because why Steely was saying it would have nice if Snagga Puss was on the
100%.
You get me?
But you didn't even get that at the point, at the time.
I didn't get that. I'm only getting that now.
Right.
Do you understand?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got ya.
So, it's kind of like, so I must have talk up as I do. I said, I could do that. They started like, look, man, there's only one Snagga Puss and all them kind of talk. They've had their stay already. So I said, no, seriously. So they go, all right. So see, they said, go on in the booth, but you only got one go, you know. Yeah. So when I went in the booth, I was a bit like, cha, some boy
you had to put your all in it.
Yeah. As they heard that, they actually stopped the tape. And then we rewind, you get me? And then they give me the words.
They was all shocked.
Yeah, they were shocked, proper shocked.
What studio was it?
It was, Arcola Street.
Right, Arcola Street.
Yeah, Arcola Street. So, yeah. And then after that, because I was just making tunes, I started making a lot of dub play, doing a lot of intros for people on the radio because they like the intro. Yeah.
So you realised that was working?
That's probably where a lot of people heard me because they would hear the intro.
Yeah.
So,
it was popular. It was popping. Mm-hmm.
And then Lloydie Banks.
That's how I first heard you.
Yeah.
Because I came back and I heard about Snagga Kid, aka Snagga Dagga from the Manor, who was sounding like Snagga Puss. That's how I first heard of you. Obviously, hence the name as well, because I knew Snagga Puss personally. So I was like, it's Snagga Kid.
Yeah.
They're making a friend with the both of you.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
So it's like Lloydie Banks, I used to give him loads of jingles, and he when he used to introduce my tunes, he kind of remixed it and said like, the next one coming from our very own Snagga Dagga from the Manor. Yeah, because he's from Hackney too, so I guess he just got that from the Manor.
Yeah, you know what? I think that flip on your name really did it.
Yeah.
I think so, because like Snagga Kid was too similar to Snagga Puss.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
but Snagga Dagga from the Manor is a whole different thing.
Yeah, it just takes it.
And that sounds so interesting. Yeah. Like, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. Who's Snagga Dagga from the Manor?
Yeah.
Like, really?
I don't think about it. When I tell people, when people ask me, what's your name? And I say, they call me Snagga Dagga from the Manor. And they're like, Snagga Dagga? They actually say it back to me.
Yeah.
Snagga Dagga from the Manor. It's just weird. Yeah, but, I mean, like, all that part, it's not like I planned it. This is the thing. It's just like, I'm just in the studio, because even when I, like, first...
So you was a fan of Snagga Puss then? Oh, the songs, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I was,
to have it locked so
yeah,
much.
yeah, because I used to listen to him and be like, you know, because it's an English accent.
It was, wasn't it?
It's like a high-class English accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
the sophisticated way.
It was a sophisticated way.
Everything.
It's true, because I think that, you know what? You got a good point, because I think that even influenced us to sort of take the piss.
Yeah.
Like in the way we used to talk as youngsters, to each other or whatever. I say, yo, what I got? Like even turned into other shit eventually. Yeah. You're right. It was like an English sophisticated talk.
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah.
That's what stood out about Snagga Puss. It was even when I first heard it, Snagga Puss, he didn't sound like any other dancehall artist at the time.
No.
He was like, that stood out, like Major Mackerel stood out.
Yeah.
Like, they got his distinctive voices. Because what he was, Mackerel used to go, nee. You know that's Mackerel. I even did that.
Nah.
Like, he didn't have no, you know what was that? I listen back to them records and I'm like, they're the greatest artists ever. You know why? Them man, they had no auto-tune. They had nothing. The guy in the booth doing that shit in one take.
Yeah.
And they were going, and they're doing everything like one. They do about 10 style in a one.
Yeah.
You know what impressed me about it? The breath control.
Yeah.
Because you had to have a lot of breath control, where nowadays we're on the Pro Tools and we can, run out of breath, stop. But then you'd have to have it, because there's no Pro Tools, you're on the tape.
Yeah.
The tape's motherfucking running. If you can't get it in one, they're not even letting you in the booth.
But you see, that's all part of your training, innit?
Yeah.
That was all part of the training coming up. Like,
big time for me.
Yeah.
Big time.
Even when you're performing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You got to know how to talk, like hold your breath. Like
otherwise,
your breath.
You won't be able to finish your lyrics.
Finish your lyrics and all that is...
Or execute it.
Yeah.
Like, good. If people are going to hear, you're going to sound like you're...
Yeah. You're missing out words and all that kind of stuff.
Hard to hit.
So it's kind of... It was so I was just running around after that, because like it kind of gave me a kind of, you know, an oomph to go around, because I was just doing my little things, to get me.
Right.
So then what happened, like, oh gosh, I must have went to Broadwater Farm, I think, and when I went there, I saw Victor V was playing.
Okay.
And Victor V was like, Snagga, you know, there's nothing, this is me, no man, it's cool, man, because I saw the crowd, and I was like, shit.
Right.
Yeah. And he said, no man, go up there. You get me? Even if you just say 2 words, you get me? Snagga Dagga, Snagga Puss style. That's what they used to say. And I was just like, yeah man. So I went up there, I was just like, cha. And the whole place went mad. You get me? Yeah. This is before I even got forward in Hackney.
Wow.
Do you understand? Yeah, got forward.
Which is a big thing for a Hackney man coming out the Manor and getting forward first.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. And then after that, I was like, right, I could do this thing. Let me start make some lyrics with the Snagga. And I start write with the Snagga voice in play, and and then after that I was just running around. Just people used to. It's funny, I used to just be doing my thing, and people used to be just coming up to me and say, "Oh, I hear you on the radio," or "Yeah, I see you in that thing. I mash up the place." And
your jingle was famous.
Yeah,
because this jingle you had, even on the station FM was playing it.
Yeah. Station,
Mystic,
Flames.
Even before Mystic, because Mystic came about 205, but I'm talking about before that.
Yeah.
It was the Ragga FM.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's 99.6.
Because like people used to just see me and say, Snagga, I want one of them jingle there, you know. I want one of them jingle there. And I was just like, shit.
Yeah.
You get me? At the time, I think I was working in Hackney College.
Right.
And as the technician, obviously you get all the equipment. So
okay, because you're in Hackney College.
Yeah. So when they used they used to run the evening classes, what I used to do is like I used to set it up and like record all the jingles off on a tape.
On their equipment there around there. They had a studio around there, right?
Yeah. It was like
you could record it.
Yeah, I could record
like a 4-track or something.
Yeah, 4-track.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, man. I used to get like all Glamour Gaad used to come there do dubs.
Yeah, I remember Glamour Gaad. That's the Glamour Kid sound.
Glamour Kid.
Yeah.
I mean, Glamour Kid used to come up there.
Okay.
Yeah, any artist I could. Cowboy Ranger come up there and voice.
Cowboy Ranger. Yeah.
Bombshell voice there. Yeah, the whole of them.
Big up them. Yeah, we got Cowboy Ranger. We got Bombshell. Man, they're like very. influential people in dancehall.
Yeah.
Definitely. In the UK as well, and people that should be spoke of more as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's why I'm glad you're up here today.
Because them time they Bombshell, it wasn't Bombshell, you know, it was Nigel Wonder.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Nigel Wonder, exactly.
Nigel Wonder. Singing.
Yeah, I didn't know how good a singer he was.
What?
Until I've done a song with him, obviously I got
yeah.
to know, but I didn't know how. I knew he was a singer, but I didn't know how good a singer that guy can sing.
Yeah.
Like, to me, very talented.
Yeah.
Like, to me, Bombshell, I always class Bombshell as I ain't even just saying this, probably one of the greatest selectors in the world.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody.
I would say
to
that
me,
as well.
honestly, I class him as one of the best selectors in the world.
You have to remember.
He's very, very,
you have to remember.
very talented.
You see, when the Jamaicans came over in the 90s,
he got the stick because he was around the real.
Yeah. But you see, Bombshell.
Yeah.
Bombshell's visa stamp entertainer, you know.
Okay, yeah, that me I said. Because them man they found the Steely and
yeah. Them man they come over as entertainer.
Tell me.
They didn't come over here like.
And you know what I love about him?
And
you know what I love about him? Because I've been around it, and he probably feels it with me as well. Because I've been around it. Like, you probably feel certain vibes with me that you don't even know why you're feeling them. It's because I've been around a certain part of it.
Yeah.
That you've been around, but we wasn't there together.
Yeah.
Like Steely, for instance.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, even with, who was I just talking about?
Bombshell.
It's like, even his experience, we were around similar people.
Yeah.
At different times.
Yeah.
And know the business.
No, because
very well. So I think that's our connection as well.
Is Bombshell teach me how to mix, you know,
I can
vinyl.
I can imagine.
We used to be up in Emily Point in Nightingale. Yeah, with who is it? What's his name? With Reds, Kerry, Kit Kat. They used to run like and Garfield and everything. You understand? And what's his name?
I always see him helping people.
Shanty Force's dad.
Lion-wise.
Yes, we got Lion-wise every time. Yeah. As I Shanty Force.
Have you got Shanty Force?
That's why Shanty Force so bad. He grow up with the
He
whole
grew up
that
in
man.
it. He did. He grew up in the music.
Grew up in it.
He did.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's so many. Like, we had chimes.
Yeah.
We had Pegasus.
Yeah.
We had trends.
Yes.
Like, fucking hell. Like, it's crazy how influential Hackney is in dancehall itself, because like even the whole industry is probably like, Hackney was like, it was almost like Kingston at one point.
Yeah.
You know, like
because like when I was younger, I used to go to Sandton Road. Yeah. I'll tell you this story. I used to go Sandton Road. Yeah. And me and my friend, was at school, you know, when like you see everybody juggling.
Sandton Road was a dangerous road back in the days, boy.
No, but when I used to go around there, like, you know.
I mean, not for us, because we lived around there. We knew the coup, but I mean, for a stranger.
I'll be outside, like.
For a stranger, that shit's dangerous.
I'll be outside, like, you know, where Casablanca is, the opposite side.
Yeah. Okay, that side,
The opposite of the road, just a bit.
I'll
be out there. And then you see Barrington Levy.
Yeah.
You know, and he just out there like normal, like.
I come out my yard, you see Michael Prophet walking. We got Michael Prophet used to come and sit, like, Michael Prophet used to come and buy weed from me and Papa War.
Yeah.
And sit down. And you know, he didn't do this for everybody.
Yeah.
And he used to sit down and sing a whole, like, he'd sing his songs for Dad.
Wow.
I swear to God. And you know, he's sitting, and like, people would say, like, he's not the sort of guy that say, "Oh, sing me a song." And he might not say, he ain't. Like, he has to be, he has to want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he checked for Papa War, man, him there on the kitchen a good few times. I sing out in catalogue, you know, my kitchen. And that was just the vibe, because he used to be around another Rasta man on Beatty Road. I forgot his name, Isaac. And all the artists used to go and check him, because he used to have grade back in the day as well. Do you remember who me I was talking about?
I might know.
His name was Isaac. Yeah. So it was like, it was just, artists were just flooded in Hackney. The reggae music, like, I mean, I remember growing up. I remember when Supercat came to town.
Yeah.
Because Supercat came and done a show in Acola Street in '86.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that tape, I was probably too young at the time.
Yeah.
But that tape was it circulated around Hackney. This tape of Supercat in Acola Street, 1986, with Nicodemus.
Wow.
Like, I grew up on that tape.
Yeah.
Because the tape was 1986, but it must have filtered around Hackney for the next 15 years. Because the tape was so bad.
Yeah.
You understand me? So I kind of like, all of them things they're for making, and it's like, it was crazy because you're hearing your favourite artists in your manor, because them time we have no internet, we have no thing. You're really listening to sound tapes.
Yeah.
We're listening to our favourite artists in our manor. And shouting out roads we know, like Saturday Road. And we live opposite this. You know, it's crazy because like,
it is.
So it really made you feel, I don't know, it was hard to explain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it made you feel like, this is for us. Like, it's from our manor. You
because
know what I mean?
even when the Yardman used to make tunes in Jamaica and they used to say, big up the London man them or the London, you used to feel like, you get me? Like, they know we're here, kind of thing.
It was a big recognition for us.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, until when I was talking about one day, I was there and I was supposed to be at school and Jabba must have been there on the line. He was just
Jabba you know. We got Jabba
He must have, he said, hey boy, come off of this ends here. It's me like, it's cool, man. He said, nah, man. Go to school, man, and learn your books and, you know, this. I was like, what's this man chatting about? You get me? Mm-hmm. But in the end, I just went and
where's that on Sandringham?
Sandringham Road. I never forget that day. You get me? Because we was picking up the empty weed bags.
Right, yeah.
Then they go, and then we would put like not good weed, but we'll put weed in there and then go on like we want to sell it. You get me? But because the bag smelled strong.
So you get away. You had the real thing in there at one point.
Yeah, you had the real thing in there.
Still got the essence of the real one.
Yeah, that was that. And
the old school tricks.
The thing about it is like, you know,
shit.
The way.
It's crazy. I did a podcast with Sean Atwood the other day. And we done a streets of Hackney thing and walked past, and we walked past Sandringham Road, and I took them on the road and showed them where they used to sell crack. Because remember, they used to pull up there. Used to be at one place opposite Argos where there was a crack house. 24 hour. And it was like, the whole road was full. You'd get stopped in your car.
Yeah.
I remember driving down that road with my brother, who come from Cyprus. And I think like, I don't know what he was up to on that road at the time, but he was driving down that road. And then I remember a couple of Rastaman come in front of the car and stop him and then come to the side and say, what do you want? Drugs. God. He just listed out the list that was available. Like,
my day.
And it's like police wouldn't go on the road when I was growing up. Like police wouldn't really go on Sandringham Road.
No. They wouldn't go on Sandringham.
And it was crazy because it was only police station just round the corner, but they stayed away from that motherfucking road. It was a hardcore road. I had many stories about that road, and I witnessed many things down that road. It's a very unruly road. Now I go down there, it's full of coffee shops. It's nice. I see lots of trendy people. Little do they know.
At the front line.
Yeah, because that's what's crazy when I tell some people, it was actually front line.
Yeah. And when my uncle...
When I tell some people that nowadays, they're like, because they look at it and they see where it is now.
Yeah.
And they really can't picture it. Was like, do you understand what I'm saying? We just picture what it was.
Yeah.
They're picturing what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
This gentrification thing.
Yes. It's very gentrified. Gentrified. Yeah.
But yeah, man, after that whole thing, I just started to do music and I used to go to loads of producers, voice for them. But then, like, the tunes will never go out, and I'll be like, frustrated.
You know how many songs I've voiced and never got released?
Gosh. And then you're like, you're sitting there. And,
what year was this? Like, what year is this?
These are like early 90s. 90s through the 90s.
Through the 90s, yeah.
And like, and after a while I got frustrated. But then I get to understand when I started to like go behind the scenes more, trying to work out, well, why does this not work? Why does that not work? Why can't you get this out? What do you understand? And that's where I got to understand like kind of like the business.
Yeah.
You know, and and I was just used to like just try and knowledge myself and think if I can find what's wrong, I could fix that bit and then do that bit myself and not be reliant. But it was at different times because you had to have money. You
had to rely on...
Yeah.
You'd have to have money.
Yeah, because you had to press up CDs.
Yeah.
You had to distribute them and all that kind of stuff. I used to work in the tape shop in Wood Green. Yeah. And they used to do distribution in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where, well, I met J2 from Special Touch. Well before then, me and him used to work for a company in West End. And yeah, so when I went there, he used to work in a record shop. I used to be fixing the TVs and stuff upstairs.
Doing the electrician thing.
Yeah. But I was always watching the distribution, and the van will come, pick up tunes. People, they will go to like Jetstar, go to all these places to pick up the tunes. So then I get to understand, okay,
this is how it works. Jetstar.
Green Sleeves. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And Fat Man. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because then later on,
body music.
Yeah, because later on I realized that Jammies used to distribute some of their tunes through Fat Man to go to Europe.
He was one of the main links.
Yeah, and then sometimes they give it to Greensleeve, and sometimes it depends who's got the best deal, innit?
There was so much money in it. It was crazy.
And that's why Britain, UK, had all of the latest tunes. Everybody was looking to the UK. Because we were the ones it was coming here and then going to the world.
We was getting it first.
Yeah, so it wasn't going from Jamaica to the world. It was coming to the UK and then to the world. So,
but the songs were coming from Jamaica.
Yeah, coming from Jamaica and then here. And then
he was one of the first stops.
Yeah, first stops.
Well, being in Jamaica, I they send them sort of, they got their regular suspects they'll send to you. They'll have their first stops in America.
Yeah.
Even Japan.
Yeah.
And England.
Yeah.
And probably a few places in Europe.
Yeah.
But England is always the home of it. It's like one of the main places for them. I think in Jamaica as well, I think it's one of the main countries to hit, because I think America is easy to hit because it's closer.
Yeah.
So like to get the American market in Jamaica, as a Jamaican artist in Jamaica, to get the American market, it's a good market, but it's close. It's only it's not that far. So England's the more place you want to conquer. Yeah. As a producer.
And I think because of the Windrush thing. Yeah.
A lot to do with it.
UK had a lot of Jamaicans here who were then linking still up with people back home. And so, and then because we had like a large community which kind of stayed in their own area. Like it was Brixton, Harlesden, Tottenham and Hackney.
Which when you say is a lot to do with the Windrush.
Yeah. Windrush. So it kind of like, they were coming in playing their music in their yards, parties, and then, that fled out into the street and got influenced. Do you understand? Where America, they were, they weren't, it's hard for them that their culture to break in the way it did in England, to me.
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
it's because, a good point. Because it's a different, I noticed that, I've never been to America.
Yeah.
I've never been to America. I always love to go, and I look forward to go one day, please God. But I've noticed it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Like, not immensely, but I'm not going to say immensely different, but I see as kind of difference there.
Yeah, I don't know in depth, but
me neither. I've never been there, so I can't.
But people tell me that there is a Caribbean, Jamaican, whatever community.
Yeah, there's massive communities out in America, New York, Florida, Miami. I know that. Yeah, definitely.
But because
I've even got friends.
Yeah, but because of this, a lot of distributors, even from America, use UK to get to Europe.
Right.
Because remember, we're the only English-speaking country in Europe. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? So they would use the American music will come here and then distribute to Europe. Dancehall will come, reggae and dancehall will come here and distribute to Europe. So this is why, this is what I find growing up, especially in the 90s, every single music came through London. Everything. You understand? You even had the hybrids of the dancehall with the jungle and all that kind of stuff. This is why it was, it's manifested, I believe, that way. You understand? But I was just trying to learn about the music industry. I used to work for Eastside Records as an A&R, and
I remember them.
Yeah, in Walthamstow.
I remember them vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
And I used to run around, trying to. They had some app before iTunes. They had an app where they was trying to get like people to download the music for £1. So I was going around finding all of the artists. Well, they were mostly the grime artists and that, like Wiley and all that kind of stuff. And then, trying to get them to come in, sign up, and so that they can get money for their downloads, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, so they was early in the download.
Yeah, they was early in the download.
Right.
Like, this was well before iTunes.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like we had all this.
iTunes was one of the first downloads, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they had this app well before down.
Okay.
Yeah,
They had a separate app. Right.
Well before iTunes. Yeah, because like they were like well ahead. Because like I remember I used to do a podcast for them. A radio podcast, and I was the only person who
Eastside Records.
Yeah, when I used to do the podcast,
I remember them from.
Yeah, when I used to do the podcast, people used to wonder, "What's a podcast?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, you do it and record."
I remember them days because even I remember doing a podcast with Natty B.
Yeah.
Back in 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
I think with Jack Jones as well. We had a song with me, Jack Jones, and Gappy Rax.
Yeah.
That was 2010. I did a couple with Natty B, and then he called them. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's a fucking podcast?
I know.
And then when you first bought the iPods and the iPhone, whatever it was, any Apple early stuff, you'd have a part on it. It said podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is a podcast? And it seemed like stupid.
Yeah.
In the early part, I was like, what's a podcast? And people say it's like people were saying it's like a radio. I was like, well, why are you calling it podcast? I didn't get it.
I know.
At the time, look how crazy.
Look, watch out.
Look at
We're doing our own video podcast. It's a mad thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I was doing that. And then I was also, in about 2002, just before then, I linked up with Kwame Quayton and the Urban Music Seminar.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that's how he said that name sounds so familiar.
Yeah, he does. He used to,
the weed of my memory doesn't do my memory no justice.
He used to do a thing called teaching young people about the business of music.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm sure I know him.
He used to have a whole. The first one I went to was with Seaman. Seaman sponsored it.
Right.
And they hired out the whole of the
2002. Yeah.
The Royal Festival Hall.
Yeah.
And all the floors was theirs, and you can go in and speak to executives, producers, videographers, all in the industry. They will sit on a panel. At that time, they had Miss Dynamite, Lady Lamar, the whole of them on. Yeah. And they was doing all that, and so you could go there and learn. So because I was in with the company, I was getting all this. He's a great. He's like, is he like people like Steely, where, you know, when you're mixing tracks, like, that's another mentorship.
I watched. I got the privilege to sit in
a session.
Yeah. With Steely a few times.
It's
because
a man.
It's crazy. I'll give you my little experience with Steely. I first met Steely, so I'm in Mixing Lab Studio. First time I ever met him. Gaddafi was managing me.
Okay.
Remember I told you Gaddafi was managing me earlier. He's the one who introduced me to Leng, got me on Sting.
Yeah.
Gaddafi was taking me around the studios. He produced me on Real Tugs We're Moving Up, Stepping Up in Life. He had that rhythm, and Capering had the song. Moane boom boom, moane boom boom. I forgot the name of the rhythm now. Anyway, so I was in the studio and then Steely pulls up, and it's like Steely, and like as an artist, as a young artist, I was I gotta talk to this guy. I got some way get in with this guy, because I knew you get in the booth with Steely, you got a hit.
Yeah.
No disrespect to any artist, but I heard him record some artists that I thought ain't that good. But once he's finished with them, they sound fucking good. And if they go to another producer, you remember how they really sound again. It's fucking insane. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not even going to call an artist's name, because I love all my artist friends, But like certain artists he voiced in the 90s, and they found out, and I ended up becoming friends with them, and some of them one-hit wonders that they just managed to get in the booth with Steely. They had a lucky day. They was around the studio at the right time. They run in the booth on Steely's rhythm. Steely put his magic touch on there, and that shit just got a hit. Like, so I knew just getting in the booth with him or being associated with Steely and Davey, it would be such a great look for my career.
Of course.
So Gaddafi said to me, yo, he don't like peace. Gaddafi said, because you see, I was going to go up and introduce myself to him.
Yeah.
And Gaddafi says, yo, don't do that. You don't like that.
Yeah.
So I And I'm not really, I don't like shit like that.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, for real. So I allowed it that day. So I just saw him there, and I think we kind of said hello to each other vaguely, just for being in the same surroundings, and that was it. I didn't want to push myself up on him because people like that don't like stuff like that. No one don't like that. Right? Anyway, so another day, so I think a month or so passed, or a good few weeks passed, maybe a month or so passed, and I was more active on the stage shows, and my song "Mina Banya But Me Anya" was mashing up the place in Jamaica. So I was popular, booked on Sting. I've got the booking on Sting now, and I'm sort of, I'm flying high. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm doing well, and I buck him up outside. Stone Love, same way. I know. All right, so I see him there. He's there. I'm like, you're right. He's all right. And same way, I'm not a big friend with him. If he wants to talk to me, talk to me. I ain't gonna go and talk to him. So I'm there. So I'm just minding my own business. He comes up to me. And you know he's a bit he's got this arrogance to him because he's a Leo as well. Right? He's a Leo, he's an August man like me. He's got this kind of arrogance to him. He said, "Yo, are you them say around the place?" I swear, it's like, he came up to me, he said to me, so, you know, he screwed his face at me, bro. He went like this, I said, "Are you them say around the place?" I swear, man, that's what he said to me. I swear, fam. I looked at him, I said, "Yeah." He says, I swear, true stories. Listen to this shit.
I said,
yeah. I'm like, Steely's actually talking, because it's the man who I want to talk to now. He's come up to me. I'm avoiding him for weeks because I didn't want to like beg friend with him or not come across like more push myself up on the big man like that. You understand what I say? So I kind of allowed him and give him space. And I buck him up outside Stone Love and I still give him space. And the man forward to me now and say,
okay.
And the man screw up in face and look me up and down and say, Are you them say around the place? And I say, right, what's this guy? I've got an opportunity to talk to him. Like So I want to use it good. I was like, yeah, man. He said, let me see what you have. Check me out, with me. On the spot outside Stone Love, blood, I swear to God. He's like, and you can imagine it. Like that. Bro, there's 10 artists there, there's this crowd. Like, I remember Chicken, R.I.P. Chicken was there, this one was there, Lexus was there, Nitty Kutchi, can't remember. A few other artists were just scattered around the place. It was a busy setting. And the man just put me, like, let me hear where you at. So I chatted him, because Mina Banya But Me Anya was popping at the time. I thought to myself, bang. You want to take that?
Yeah, one
second. Go on, do your thing, man.
Hey, babes.
This is Real Stories, the Tuggawar podcast, sponsored by Mama War. You see these chocolate chip biscuits today?
I'm at the podcast.
I can't wait to
get started. We're actually live, so All right, I'll call you back. Bye. All right.
Oh, yeah. Quality. So listen to this. So there, me on my high horse, thinking Mina Banya But Me Anya is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, that's running the place at the moment. Not running the place, but it's popular off the stage shows, right? Ain't going wrong for me. So I'm like, let me hear what you have. That thing said to me, I said, Mina Banya But Me Anya, requested the farmer. Sorry. Mina Banya But Me Anya, requested the farmer. They plant the cho-cho, yam and the banana. You know what Steely done? He went, not good. I walked away. I swear. Yo, the man said to me, it's about 20 people watching now. I got cried. And this is lyrics never failed me yet. And Steely said, you them say I run the place, let me hear what you have. And I've gone, and I'm guaranteed, I'm expecting him to give me a good response because I've never seen a bad response for this fucking lyric. And the man said to me, he sort of kissed his teeth and just walked away. He literally turned his back and walked away. Alright? What I ended up doing, let me just see who that is. 1 minute. Talk to the camera a minute.
Talk to the camera. You know the cookie them bad.
Hold that.
Mama War, big up.
Yo. Yes. So he literally fucking turned his back. Walked away. I ran after him, and I said, "Yo, you that one, yeah?" And I said, Tuggawar, me represent for every girl. It's a draw thing, but no funny guy. And them blood, them fist starts with. The man saying, he kissed his teeth again. I'm like, nah, fuck that. 2 songs and the man's kissed his teeth at both of them. Third song now. I said, no, bruv, hear this one, yeah. I ain't giving up. And I just wrote the lyric. It was called Days Been Asleep. And the days been asleep, still up on me high grade Guinness me a beat. 4 sexy girl chopping on me backseat. Before the night done me have to turn on the heat. 4 more me have to me. What Steely? Come check me out the studio, man. I said yes! It's crazy. And so he dissed me for the first 2 songs. I shot that one, he said. And he walked away again, you know, he's ready. Come check me 9 o'clock in the morning, he said, you know. 9 in the morning. The motherfucker had me waking up 9 o'clock in the fucking morning.
No, because like I was listening to what's his name? On One Extra. What's his name?
Shawnee B.
Shawnee B,
yeah.
He was doing the 60 years.
Sit up. From Bakla. Fresh off a tour. Fresh off a tour. Miami, the man did that.
Miami. That thing's good.
Yeah, man. You by yourself?
Yeah, just come through.
Podcast I run still in.
Yeah,
come on, my brother.
You alright?
Bless up, brother.
Wicked, man. Good to meet you.
Respect.
Jamie,
Yes,
man.
Jamie, big up.
Snagga Dagga for the Manor. This is
love
Jamie,
that.
aka Frostbite Films.
Oh, Frostbite Films.
Yeah, it's me.
Yes. I see the face to the visuals now. Yes. Bless up.
How's things going, guys? Good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. How was your holiday?
It was fantastic, man.
Amazing.
The weather was banging now, isn't it?
Blood. Amazing.
Yeah.
We got another heat wave coming next
Them
week.
say next week a heat wave.
It's been nice, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Getting ready
for- innit?
For a long time, it ain't been like this.
Getting ready for my birthday.
What are we doing? We having a tuggy bash?
Yeah, we've got to have a tuggy bash. Yeah, mate. Come on.
I'll build a small one.
Do your thing. See a beers, yeah?
I ain't smoked in 6 days.
Seriously, that's why the man look fresh. Man, he's fresh off a tour.
Fresh over tour.
Yeah.
Frostbite Films in the building.
Frostbite Films. We got Frostbite Films.
Yo, this is crazy.
So what have you been talking about?
It was just
We was
Steely.
talking about Steely, which is a legendary producer who I was working with. Well, I didn't get actually the chance to work with him, but he actually
In Jamaica, you told me.
Yeah, in Jamaica. Yeah, he's like the Dr. Dre of dancehall.
Yes.
And we both met him at
He's
different times. I met him when I was in Jamaica. I actually got a recording contract with him. I never actually got a chance to record a song with him. It's crazy. And I was giving the story how I met him.
Yeah.
I was basically met him outside the studio, and I was popular at the time in Jamaica, running around. I just got booked for Sting and everything. And I previously met him, and someone said to me, "Don't push up yourself around him. You don't like it." Because I really wanted to talk to him. This is like being in the room with Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but don't force it.
Right.
Come naturally.
They don't like that, and he's like, "You don't like that. Don't do that." And I thought, so I allowed him a few times. Finally, when I met him, he came up to me and he said to me, "Are you them say around the place?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Chat me on lyrics." And I chatted him on lyrics, and the man walked away. I swear, bruv. I chatted him. The lyric that I chat was the pot.
Disrespect or
Bro!
Is that a thing where like
No,
he
he was
away
like-
all my days?
He looked at me, he said, "Are you them say around the place?" He said, "Let me see what you have." And I went, "Me no ball about me on ya. Requested the farmer. Them up at the cho-cho, yam and the banana." And the man said, and walked away. And I was like, embarrassing in front of about 40 people. And then the man, and then I ran after him. I done another song.
Would you say he's literally?
Yeah, literally, like, he ain't walked that far, so I've run after him. And
When he
I chatted another song. And he kissed his teeth again.
If you know how
2 songs and he didn't like, blood, no one's ever done this to me in my life. And he's embarrassing me in front.
X Factor.
And he's like,
go,
yeah.
You want to sing another song?
Yeah, Simon Cowell. The man's doing a Simon. He's Simon
No,
Cowell.
but who Tuggy is talking to, is like the whole. He's like a representative of the culture.
Yeah.
So
You don't get much bigger.
you don't get much bigger.
And to have that time, even to have that time. And
Yeah.
is
Like
ridiculous, so.
to even have a conversation. Like
Yeah.
the really weird thing is that in London,
And he came up to me.
Do you know what? That was, he didn't even need to like you. It doesn't even matter whether he likes you or not. Who gives a fucking
No.
shit? The fact that he
No,
came
but
up to you and said,
he
you're
hadn't
that
finished.
guy.
Yeah.
So even if he didn't like you, he knew you before.
See, after getting to know him, he always was going to work with me. That was just his way of introducing himself to me. So I'm not easy. See, so the second song, he didn't like it. I chatted him the third song, one brand new lyric, and he said, "Come check me in the studio at 9 o'clock in the morning." So he liked it.
Because that's what I was
He
saying.
was just playing me along with it. And the first man to make me wake up night hours, hell, because I'm going to bed 4 or 5 in the morning in
God.
Jamaica, half pound of weed, drinking, and I'm waking up now. Steely, like, it's the biggest producer. He's got me, wants me at the studio at 9. And I'm like, oh, you're joking me. It was a nightmare.
What, 9 in the morning?
9 in the morning.
No, but
What is he doing
that's-
up at 9 in the morning in the studio? That's his life.
That's
innit?
it. But that's his life, like,
I was listening to Shawnee B's show. He's doing like 60 years of independence from the independence. So he's doing this whole
Oh, I see that.
on BBC One Extra.
Jamaican Independence
Yeah.
Day, mhm.
Yeah, big up all Jamaicans.
Big up all
big
Jamaicans right now. Big up. Happy Independence
Happy
Day.
independence. So he was doing this podcast and he was interviewing Clevey, and Clevey was talking about how he built the giggy rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gig, yeah.
And he said like he was saying that
Which is what you did over She'll Feel Haunted.
he said he was saying that Steely turned up late for the studio because normally they make sure they start at 9 o'clock. That's what he was actually saying. So when you're saying that, is actually that's how their work ethic is.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, 9, that
and he
sounds
was
like
saying
weird way
that
to make
Steely turned up late when he was building the giggy rhythm. So he was sitting down there and he must have told the engineer to turn it up. And Steely took off his shoes and start run around the things. That was what they were saying.
Them two is a crazy
Yeah.
combination because
Oh,
there
my
was
days.
partnerships. Like, imagine 2 producers. There was Steely and Clevey. One's
He
Steely.
was a poet and you didn't know it.
Yeah, he was a poet and he didn't fucking know it, mate. What? Clevey's the opposite of. They're both opposites.
I
It's
haven't
like
met
one.
Clevey.
Don't make me laugh as you
No
can hear
disrespect. Clevey's more. He's very, very conservative.
Yeah.
Very conservative, almost nerdy. He's not there. I'll be in the studio and watch them arguing. Steely would say, "You never been to a dance in your life. You don't know how God." I swear, like, I'm sitting in the middle and they're just kicking off, bruv, and they're like they're two opposites. And
Is it
Steely,
like good cop and bad cop?
yeah, literally.
It works out.
It works.
Yeah.
It really works. And Clevey does all the drums, so he's the drum master. So he just sits on that side of the studio, and they argue from a distance. It's crazy watching him sit in the middle. He's there on the drum machine. He's behind the other end doing the piano in, and they arguing like crazy. But what they come up
Chemistry
with,
is mad, isn't it?
oh my god! That actually was selling Snagga. I got the pleasure to sit in a session, a
Yeah.
few sessions. I've learned most of my shit off of them.
Yeah. I've been in a few sessions
It's
with
amazing
Roddy
watching
and
him
Steely and watch them work and the things they think about. It's like even some simple like we wouldn't think of it. Like when they're laying down a track, they will only lay down like the drums and probably maybe a bit of the bass.
Yeah, hardly.
Yeah,
anything.
and then
Hardly
make all of the
anything, yeah.
artist's voice on it.
Yeah.
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 And then according to the artist's
Finish
key,
the song.
no,
Yeah.
according to the key of their vocals, that's when they will put in the melody because they don't
Around
want
the vocal.
yeah, because they don't want the artist to follow the melody
Yeah.
of the song.
Yeah.
So they just give them the rhythm.
Yeah, they just give
Just
them
the
the
rhythm.
rhythm.
Just the rhythm of the drum. Just the drum.
And
pattern.
so
Yeah,
and
so
so
you get the
they
flow.
Yeah.
the artist goes on it and flows any way they want. And then afterwards they will change the key to that particular version.
Talent, bro.
And then another like Beanie Man will go on there and his key is different, so they will change the. That's why when you listen carefully to the rhythms, like there's slight changes, but you will notice.
You don't notice it.
You don't know. You look at like Diwali rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I played
Wayne.
them to Frost and shit.
Yeah. Wayne Wonders
Yeah.
is the Diwali rhythm.
Yes. Yes.
But
it's a
that
whole different
is
song.
that is licked back different. This is why the is I don't think Steely produced that, but
No, it was Lenky.
yeah, but it's just the techniques. Do you understand? So you listen to Sean
formula
Paul's
of their doing
Get
it.
Busy, that's the Diwali rhythm.
Yeah. It's
Do you understand? But then when you listen to them, they both suit the artist, and it's just like a way. And I think like if you ain't been in sessions with these producers,
Yeah.
whether it's Lenky or what's the name,
Yeah.
you won't get to grips of like their way of thinking. Do you understand?
I know what
It's
that's
mad.
like. You
That's
can
why
go in
it's
the
great
studio
to have this conversation because Frost, he's a producer, right?
Yeah,
You know, he
I make
produces
music
He
for-
makes. He's firstly he's a first year musician.
okay.
and
Yeah.
then make videos.
He's
Okay,
yeah, and
okay,
then
okay.
like video is like it's like you being art. Like first of all, he shot Surf.
Yeah.
He shot
Swear to God, what
Tuggawar.
filming?
Yeah. This is yes. I'm so glad you two are in the room.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is the beginning,
Sick.
and here, this is the start of the video. He shot surf. He shot Tuggawar.
We need you back.
He shot.
We need you back. You're gonna direct the video for us. That's what's gonna happen right now. You're gonna direct the video.
Tuggawar with the
I'll
push.
film it. You can direct.
He brought. You see Tuggawar.
Yeah.
Because if you London Anthem, original London Anthem, you done all them videos by yourself.
Yeah.
But Tuggawar, he hired a team out.
Yeah.
Snagga come with the walkie-talkie, 6 runners, blood. Snagga kept it. Yo, he's so professional. You two working together would be fucking insane.
You see the thing about it, it's weird, yeah, because like this is what I said to you, like when I tell you I'd become an electronic engineer, yeah. That took me to work at Newvic College, in Newham, and I was there as the technician, you know, just delivering the projectors and all that, and just repairing any equipment. Then a job came up to be the media technician, yeah. And when I went into the media seat, they had the tape editing and all this kind of. I didn't know how to use any of it, yeah. So I went for the job, yeah. They said I got the job, and I was like, what am I gonna do in September? Yeah, this was in like July. So I used to go into the college, yeah, during the holidays, and I sat there and read all of the manuals and just this. I took the camera.
Sick.
I was going to Stanford or Youth Club and filming everywhere with these cameras and doing all kind of madness, just trying to learn.
Because he was artist. He's artist. Like this guy is he's similar to yourself. He's.
But that's what makes people good at what they do, is because you have a bit of knowledge from all around.
All around.
I can't be a musician and only have knowledge in just making beats or just being a rapper. You have to have knowledge around.
Yeah. And hence the reason why Frost does my videos so well.
Yeah.
And because his understanding of music,
Yeah.
the musician in him understands it to a whole different degree. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole different level of,
I understand.
Of creation, of being creative. Even with a music video, is to know an artist and know what it means, how music is meant to sound and look and feel, and how the artist is meant to be portrayed.
because like even when I went into like doing dancehall videos, like filming the raves, it is Steely's uncle Treddy White Garfield. He had a dance in Nottingham. And because I had the camera about, he was just like, yeah, man, come and film. I said, I've never filmed a dance before. He said, don't worry. I went up there, I filmed it. When I gave him back the tape, he said, Snagga, what this?
He ended up getting a job on Channel U for filming dances.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Do you remember a show called Fine Wine?
Yeah.
That was his show.
Yeah.
That was Snagga's show. Snagga had a show on Channel U. Was it every day played?
No, every Friday.
It was every Friday, okay.
Every Friday, 9 p.m.
It was so popular. It was 9 p.m. every Friday.
And then he had to move to 10.
How many hours was it? Because it was a bit extra.
It was only half an hour.
Was it only half an hour? It was half an hour show, it was half an hour show. It was so, and he used to go around all the dancehall raves, basically.
Yeah.
The dancehall scene was so popping in England at the time, especially in London. They'd go like Stratford Rex, all the dancehall events, and film the girls dancing. And yo,
it's because it's weird.
It was so entertaining because it was like people used to watch it on Channel U and feel like they was in the rave.
Yeah.
So it was like anyone who didn't get
had them kind of things.
No.
It's like a Big Brother of raves.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother.
Yeah, almost like that.
A TV show.
Yeah.
The raves.
And everyone in the different thing is with Snagga. Everyone knows Snagga in the whole rave. So as he's going up filming him, it's not like a stranger going up filming him. It's like, oh my God, Snagga!
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So they don't know.
Yeah.
So he's in up like he's there, like somebody's he's on the camera, he's talking to that one, like you know what I mean. So he's raving at like you never see a man rave and film at the same time.
Yeah,
like the man moving.
Taking everything about rave.
Bro, I'll be in the dance. How many times do you muck me up in a dance? Snagga be. I have to get up for this one. Snagga come through with the camera like this. He's dancing, he's walking through, he's got a beer and that. He's got I swear man will have a beer.
Yeah, my Red Bull and Guinness.
Yeah, he'll have a Red Bull and Guinness. He'll have the camera in the other hand.
I have to stop you there. Red Bull and Guinness.
Red Bull and Guinness.
Yeah.
What do you mean, together?
Yes.
You never tried Red Bull and
You
Guinness?
never tried Red Bull and Guinness?
Guinness?
What is this mad stuff I'm hearing?
Are you serious?
I'm Irish, but I don't know about no Red Bull and Guinness.
Red Bull and Guinness.
That was invented in Jamaica, obviously. And you know what? I was a fan of it.
Don't that like curdle? Like,
No.
It doesn't separate.
No.
It goes
I just
really
imagine
well.
having like the
Do you know what's nice?
Guinness and
the thing about
it takes the edge off of it.
The thing about it, don't pour the Red Bull into the Guinness. You put the Guinness into the Red Bull. If you put the Red Bull in the Guinness, it will just froth up. It will just froth up.
Yeah, but you have to know.
I know. But
I wouldn't pour it in a can.
No, but if you're not experienced.
You have to pour it in a glass. You mix it even in a plastic cup. You mix
No,
it with
because
half Red Bull, half Guinness.
I just drink it at home when I'm doing my editing runs.
But you know, I went
it's
off a
good,
Red
you know.
Bull.
This is what people don't understand. When I used to film, it will be like from the beginning of the dance. Now the promoter used to make me come there, I don't know why, at 10 o'clock, yeah? People never used to turn up till like 1, 2 o'clock, yeah? So, you know, and if the dance goes on to 6 o'clock, like, that's a lot of hours. So the Red Bull used to give me the energy. Yeah.
Red Bull saved my life a few times.
Yeah, the Red Bull and the Guinness, because the Guinness is a stout, innit? So it's like...
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. And that used to last me. Yeah, because the Red Bull would keep my wings flying.
But it tastes good, yeah?
It's banging.
It's banging. Yeah, man.
It really sweetens up the
It
Guinness.
don't sound like it.
No, it does.
You know when you say a Red Bull and Guinness, I actually first
it's very popular.
they mean like a Red Bull.
I was even thinking about
I
was even thinking bringing my own bottles, mix it beforehand and just shot them.
You know what? I went off a Red Bull totally years ago because it started giving me palpitations.
Red Guinness.
Red
Bull.
Red Bull. It's too much. It gives you. It's like having an overdose of coffee. It's too much caffeine in it. And the sugar in it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. It
too
is
much
ridiculous.
sugar. Even in the sugar-free one.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So it's unhealthy.
Have you seen in the monster drinks and all that? There's like 52 grams of sugar in one drink.
It's a madness.
Because I used to work when I used to work in retail.
See what I'm saying?
When I was at 19, I used to work in retail. So when I was working in retail when I was younger, I used to like work in the warehouse. I'd check all like the sugar. 52 grams of sugar in one of them monster drinks.
Wow.
52 grams.
52 grams. It's like nearly 2 ounces of sugar in one can.
In one can.
Because they're quite big cans of monsters, isn't they? They're tall cans, aren't they?
But still, that's 2 ounces.
That's fucking
No, ain't that?
mad.
Yeah, that's 2 ounces. Like 2 ounces of sugar.
Yeah,
bro.
that's crazy.
Imagine an ounce of sugar. If I put an ounce of sugar in a bag right now, and then put another ounce of sugar in a bag,
Yeah,
and
that's
say that's in a drink.
But yeah, man, but that thing they used to give me the energy, boy.
As long as it kept you going, innit?
Yeah. Because like after that dance there with Garfield in Nottingham, when I come back, he must have sit down and go through the tape with me and say, Snagga, don't video that. You see that girl there? You should have video from head to toe. You get me? And I was thinking like, where is the video to head to toe? I said, look, she would want to see herself back on the video. And other girls will want to look at what she is dressing and say, oh, that girl look good, that dress look nice or whatever. You said, that's all you just go around and video, and then when the girl in my broke out, there's video and everything is good. And that was the formula. And then I used that in every dance, and you know, because I was learning editing, I would edit up kind of like Benny Hill. So like, you want to see more, but I don't show you more.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that's how I used to get away with Channel U. It's because like it will be someone's imagination that they see more, but they didn't actually see anything. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And then everybody would want to watch it because all the man them are like, you know, look, we're watching the TV and trying to duck that. I would sit there and watch it and with my brethren and that, and the way they was going to say, Snagga, are you there in a dance with all them gal? And right I say, I'm working, you know. He says, Snagga, you might need to take me to the dance. So then, and it was funny how I got that. I got that through Sam Addo.
I know.
Because I was running around filming all these dances, you know, Stratford Rex, you know, for Flames, you know, Mystic, all the radio station, just doing the videoing. Them time, I left the artist thing behind. I was still writing lyrics, but I wasn't really doing it.
I got Sam the job in Channel U.
You did? Okay. I didn't even know that.
It was something like that from the...
Because he used to do the no bling.
When it all went wrong, they phoned me up.
Yeah?
Because he ended up having a fight with the guy.
Yeah, it's how bad this.
They tried to make a little comeback, didn't they, and failed.
No, it was something.
I don't think that's actually...
No.
I don't think
still
that's
Channel U though. The branding's still the same.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So they either bought the branding.
No. I
What
know
is it?
there's some kind of politics in that. Like, I think one of the majors want to buy the Channel U, and this is my
Because the guy who owned it passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
The guy who owned it passed away.
And so, and I think there's a consortium, I don't know if it's with a label or something, they want to bring back Channel U. Yeah? But what I heard is Lady Fury, she bought the copyright of the logo.
Right.
Yeah. Now they're free to use channel like Fine Wine. I don't think it contains the name. It contains, when you do copyright, it is the logo.
The branding.
Yeah, the branding of the logo.
Right.
So they could make, I don't know if they're allowed to use Fine Wine under that contract or whatever, but there's some stipulations where they want you to bring it out and then they want you to use the label, and she's got the copyright for it. You understand? Because she bought it.
Because they started releasing stuff. Because the guy who
they re-uploaded my video.
The guy who
I see Surf on there.
The guy who I taught recently, the last couple of years ago.
Right.
The guy I taught, he ended up doing jobs for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he ended up shooting. So the new channel they started doing like a freestyle thing.
Yeah.
See, Flames, he did one.
Okay.
With his brother.
Right.
They started to do like a little freestyle series, but it was really cut short.
But there's a lot of speculation about, who's involved and all that, and a bit of infighting and this and that. I hear all these stuff, but, yeah. I don't know the outcome, or even if I did, I wouldn't really say, but yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's how I got to do the Fine Wine. And, I remember the day when it first went on air, and the owner rang me and he was like, "Are you watching Channel U?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sitting there." He said, "You know what? We just made history." And he said, "This is the first time ever that a proper dancehall rave has been on British TV." You understand? And
we made history with that channel. It was the same with same with the surf.
Yeah.
It was the same with them songs there. It was crazy, like having them. He used to love it.
Yeah.
He put the surf on power play. I forgot what was his name again.
I could see his face.
I could see his face.
Oh my
God! I forgot his name.
This is very bad.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
the weed's
you
fucked.
could tell me I'm getting old, boy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Forgot his
Snagga been around for years, And
he had Cat,
years.
He had Cat up there. Remember Cat Park? Cat Park was up there.
Yeah. Darren. That's it.
I had the videos on there as well.
Yeah, you must have.
I had a few videos on there.
Because the first music video I ever done was for Dice Recordings. That time my cousin and Chris and Obi, they had just set up Dice Recordings.
I remember Dice Recordings.
And they had an instrumental by Skepta called DTI. And they had
That's how I know Dice Recordings. That's how, because when we was younger, it was like tape player and shit.
Yeah.
And trust me, that Dice Recordings was floating around.
I
Everywhere.
remember the name. I remember the name.
There was a few beats or something that was going around with a name on it, or there was something because we used to do the Bluetooth thing back then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Song to song, passed it through the Bluetooth.
I remember that. That's why I was like, I remember it.
So they got me to shoot this video in one day, and it was just like, I'm just fresh. Like, I'm saying, I could shoot it. And they were like, go on, do your thing. If you see the thing, I filmed in about 7 locations in one day.
Fuck.
Yeah. All of my Todd, Yeah. And then Snagga, you gotta wait. Heartless is on the way. Bushkin wants to be when he comes out the lift and all this kind of, it was this thing. Like, because at that time...
Because them days, the artists used to tell, the artists would actually say how he wants it to go, sort of thing.
But it wasn't even the artist. Skepta wasn't there.
Right.
It was Obi and Chris
right.
shooting, directing the video, telling me they want this, they want that, and I had to sketch it out.
It's also them that was directing it, you was just filming it.
Yeah, because them times, Skepta was a producer.
Yeah,
I used to go to the studio, and all the time I used to go there, I just see the back of him. Because he used to be just there making me...
They had their records out as well,
yeah, that's why I remember the label.
Yeah, the records.
I remember the
label. That's really ticking in my head. Because I remember when I was younger,
that went on Channel U, that?
I don't think so.
What did you do after that?
That went on DVD. That was DVD's days.
What was the first video on Channel U? Was it?
I can't remember.
Was it Tuggawar?
Was it Tuggawar? Or was it...
Classic, Really Classic? No.
It might have been Really Classic. Or that little youth from Peckham. What's his name?
Blackout J.A.
No. I did one for Maxwell D. Big up Maxwell D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had this crew, Musketeers.
I remember Musketeers, yeah.
And it was a little youth. He was in his school uniform. I can't believe it. I can't remember his name. Yeah. And I shot that video.
So, man, all the things you're saying is like hearing things that I haven't heard in like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Having him up there is
25
crazy.
years or 20 years, I ain't heard some of these.
Because even when I was
artists and labels and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's just mad. It's funny because it's just rolled from one thing to another. Like everybody says, Snagga, you just do this, do that, and I'm just like, most of the time, I'm just.
At one point, I'll be honest with you, I thought you took on too much.
I
thought because this geezer, he was shooting videos. Then you had the fine wine. Then you told me. Then he phoned me up and said, "Yeah, I'm running Have It FM." And then he says, "Then he's a DJ." He was running the Have It FM. He was running that. He was doing. God. He was being an artist. Like you was doing.
You know the thing is
so much. At the same time as well, I was like, Jono. I can't believe how he did it. To be honest with you, and then I think I even said it to you at some point. I was like, bro, the video. Concentrate. Like, I was the artist thing, because you're not always going to be the artist because you started as the artist and the music's going to be always that.
But it's weird because like I never used to actually think like, oh, this will be good, or that will be good.
So you tried everything.
I would just be like, nah, I like this guy.
It's gonna run.
Yeah. And I like this person, what this person's doing.
And you believed in it.
I believe in what they're doing.
Tunnel vision.
So I'm just like, let me help him.
It's crazy, bro. Because
let me help him out.
Yeah.
And it might be in that music field. It might be in the video field. It might be like people ring me up people used to ring me up all the time. Snagga, you got the number for this? Oh, Snagga, I need this done. And I'd be like, oh, I can't really do it, but if you phone this person, you get this. That's what
the plug of all plugs.
I used to be.
He used to be that guy. Yeah, he used to go-to guy.
I used to be like people would phone my phone like 1 o'clock in the morning. Snagga, I need a light. Do you get me? I say, all right, come to my yard, man. I'll get one ready for you. And
truth be told, it's similar to yourself. Like always trying to help people. Like always trying to.
What I believe in is you said it is like you never really thought about it.
No.
You see that? That's what I love because you see that if you think too much, things don't.
I tell you one thing.
You run it. If you think this is good, you run.
The one thing I do think about, and that is I don't do anything I don't like.
That's right.
That's the only thing.
Say that to
you see, when you see me do something, is because I like it.
Because I like it, and I want.
If I don't like it, and I have to do it, you won't see me do it long. You won't. I'll be like. I'll do it for the sake to get me through to the next place, but you won't see me do it long.
That's what do I say to you every single time we film?
Yeah.
Every single time I say, if I'm not thinking this is gonna be good or fun, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it.
Yeah. It's like
why do it? Why? Like,
why?
If it's a good idea, let's do it. If it's great, it's gonna be. You think it's gonna be good? Run
people
for it.
think. You see, like when you say I'm taking, like I'm doing loads of things. I was loving what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was loving it. Like. The thing about it, like, I could never see myself doing a job every day that I do not like. That will be a nightmare for me.
Absolutely, real talk.
Yeah, so anything that you see me doing is because I got a love for it.
Me too. That's my
why
nightmare.
That's why you would be successful at something.
Yeah, that's my
because you're enjoying it.
That's why because I believe what we do is what we love. That's why we do it.
Because all that experience, doing the dances, that first music video, being A&R and all that kind of stuff is like, I didn't know it then, but I was just picking up so much knowledge everywhere I go. Like, like the route to release a song, the route to produce a show, put it on TV, because there was stipulations that I had to go through with Channel U.
And then you make links and stuff on the way, isn't it?
And then I'm making all these links, and then, and also with like the music video side, that first DTI video, I did for them. They just started their label, said, Snagga, we need a video. We want to be the first to have a video to go on these DVDs.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, man, this will definitely work. Boom, 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 and we did the video. And it's weird. Them guys call me back. Like, I talk to my cousin, obviously, all the time. He looks after Kenny All-Star and Shiesty. Because what happened, he took Shiesty and started his own label. And Obi took Big Nasty. So Big Nasty is with Dice. And, you know, the other day I got a call from Obi and he was like, yo, Snags. I said, what's going on? He said, what are you doing like in a couple of weeks' time? I said, boy, depends what you're saying. And he was like, oh, I got a music video with Nasty. You get me? I said, oh, okay. So what is it? He said, like, it's a reggae remix, reggae
Was that
tune.
the green screen one they did recently?
No, that's the one with Kofi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Black Pride. So they wanted me to come in there to be creative director. And they were saying, look, Snags, you was there from the start, the day one. Do you understand? And like, you know, we went to like, you know, bring you back in and do some videos. And then, you know.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I shot the video.
Sick.
Yeah. So
How did you find doing the video thing? Sorry.
It was
Just not that, but I mean just in general doing the video thing.
That was kind of cool because like I was more of the creative director.
You
So-
didn't do the editing and stuff?
No, I didn't do none of the editing and stuff. So what they wanted me to do was kind of style the video, you know, make it sure that it had certain authenticity to do with, because it was a lovers rock tune.
Because you initially wasn't editing, was you?
Yeah, I was always editing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, editing was my first thing
Okay.
before I even filmed. I learned how to edit.
Because
before
you
I
never edited the first two videos, I remember.
No, that was Sam.
Sam edited.
Yeah,
You shot because he didn't actually edit Surf
No.
or Tuggawar, but he shot them.
But back then
Yeah.
it was a different.
Yeah, it was a
bit
difference.
different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
how we do it today.
No.
You know,
But
if it was today, you probably would have
Why
done
did we
everything on your own.
decide for Sam to edit? I can't even remember.
Because you hooked up with Sam, but you wanted me to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Because because you knew at the conversation I remember you having at the time was like, Snagga, you know dancehall innit, so you want me to be on set too. And it's the same reason why Nasty for the Big Nasty video, because I was like known to be in dancehall and the reggae and all that kind of stuff. They wanted certain authenticities in the video, so like, you know, where they're playing dominoes outside, you know, the jerk pan during up, you understand?
Yeah.
The sound system, speaker stacks, you know, the old school turntable to start the tune and all those little tiny bits.
Was all that stuff sourced for you, or did you have to source?
Well, I said what we wanted and then
they had the person who
yeah,
sourced everything.
so I think it was Stephanie, yeah, she's sick. Yeah,
It's lucky you have that.
I have to,
You know, I have to do sometimes huge.
I know.
I'm
It's
doing
good.
all of my-
So
being
seeing
creative,
some of the
just
stuff this guy
just one
does.
thing,
I
it
know,
must
I
be
know.
so fun.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like- But you know what it's like when you go on
Yeah.
a shoot and you have to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It's
He
mad.
comes with some shoots, not even just for myself, for other artists who he shoots for,
Yeah.
and he tells me the treatment.
Yeah. I know.
Bro,
And
like
I'm like-
today I had no video idea. Tomorrow, and the guy said to me, "What should we do?" Now tomorrow, I have, and this is we're organising it today for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I have like 10 army tanks. I have all guns, army outfits, private field in open land. We're getting all the tanks and everything delivered.
Wow.
Like I will have to source everything,
Shit.
organise everything, get insurance within
No,
a certain
I had
amount
a
of time frame.
conversation. I had a
But it's
conversation.
once you
So
get
you're being
all that
producer now.
planning,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do everything. I
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
film
yeah.
and shoot.
I said to my friend the other day, I said,
But once you're on the set, it's like the best thing in the world. 'Cause
Yes.
like you've put
Yeah,
it together.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's like your creation.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like you were saying, being there, just being in that creative state.
Yeah. Because
It's
like it's weird
it's
because
art, man.
Yeah, it's an art. That's why I love that. That's what I'm saying. That's it's a fucking art in itself, bro. That's art.
You know, sometimes you turn up on set and you think, oh my days, how am I gonna like work this? Hold on, let me think. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we could do this. We could do that.
But your mind has to
make
move
this-
quick, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you ain't got time.
But that's what you are. Do you
Yeah.
understand? And you know, even like, because I made videos on my own,
Yeah.
I can understand the producer side. Do you understand? And what that director's gonna need, and what this because since that video, I've done about 4 other productions for Dice Recordings. Yeah, because they liked how I worked on that one.
Yeah.
So they called me up for, you know, one TV series I was helping produce. And then there was some other one I can't even mention, but it'll be released in October. Yeah.
Sick,
Yeah.
man.
And
That's
then they've got like, I did one for an influencer. Yeah. And it had like arms in it that I shot the other day. And then, yeah.
So you've been doing loads of stuff recently as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you,
We was talking about.
No, I've been active.
But you're active
but
now
since
as well,
Dice
sure.
has called me, like for that music video, all of a sudden I'm just like back in it.
You're picking
Like
back
I
up
was
again.
sitting at home experimenting, special effects, doing all kind of stuff. I'm constantly on it. Like when no one don't see, people won't believe this, but I am a nerd.
Yes.
I am a proper geek. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to say it. I am
sit
a
there
geek.
all day long.
Yeah.
Tutorials and
My wife will be
lessons
like,
and
"What you
shit."
doing?" You know what I'm saying? Like I said, "Oh, I'm working on this," and then I'll be like, "Babes, look at this."
Yeah, I
and
love
you
that.
see like my daughter, like 7 of her on the screen. And then, I had during the lockdown, I had my little daughter running around, and I was just doing all kind of special effects and all kind of stuff. Yeah. Like because I love it. Even if I weren't doing it at work,
You'd just be doing it at home.
I'll be doing it at home.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a passion, isn't it?
yeah. And even the music, I sit down there, I've got my connect, I just bring down all the stuff in the front room and I just voice lyrics and then, just put them on tape and stuff. So I'm
But
still
you're doing
like,
it because you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Like
first,
you said
man.
earlier, you only do it if you enjoy it.
Yeah. And the thing about
Which
it,
makes it the art. That's
That
why
makes it the art.
Because you only
That
do
makes it the
because you enjoy
fucking
it.
art. That's right
You know
there.
what I mean?
and the
Big fucking speech.
it took time.
That should be, that's a massive,
Yeah.
you only do, that makes it the art.
Yeah. And the thing about it is like, when you're doing, whether it's the artist, this is what I've come to, whether it's the artist doing videos or, or music or painting or whatever, like, you have to come to a point where, you don't give a shit. Like, you're doing it because you want to do it, and if no one don't like it, you don't care.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've come to that point where, like,
Me
I'm
too,
just
long time
yeah,
ago.
This is what I've done. Isn't it?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
me. Like,
You
this is
understand?
me.
Like, and
It's
straight.
my work.
and just accept it for what it was at that time because that was your best.
Yeah.
You may look at it like a month later, a year later, and think, shit, I should have done this. I said, but that shows how much you've moved. There's
right.
nothing wrong with that. You should
No.
actually embrace that.
That's right.
Like,
And that was the art in that moment.
yeah, because I look at the DTI video and I think, oh my days, look at all blown out.
But everybody else loved it at the same time.
I know.
Everybody else loved it because it was your
but it was so
art.
raw.
It's mad,
It was so raw and new. Do you get me? Like everybody was just watching it for it, not really looking at, nowadays,
gritty.
4K and you understand everywhere. Oh, that's blown out. The window's blown out.
But
and-
nowadays, that's what's fucked now.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
You'll notice now, everything is visually wise. They're trying to replicate back in the day.
like
now.
VHS and all that kind of
They're
stuff.
cutting VHS in.
Yeah.
Regular now
Yeah,
on
yeah.
new videos. Like
I-
they're using
yeah.
it
Yeah,
regular.
you was even, the other day we was talking
I
about
was
the
talking about, I
VHS
was gonna
camera.
buy one, yeah. Like,
Just
you
for
know,
the
but people would actually, and they're fucking expensive now, VHS.
Yeah. But it's like, so that was just like some, and it, like I said earlier, it wasn't like I planned it. I was just doing stuff that I love to do. And I would sit down there and someone will phone me and I say, oh, let me think about it. And I'll be in my, I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. Just do it, Snags. Just do it. And that would be me. Do you understand? It wasn't really, and like, it's like so many people, like they come up to me and they say to me, oh, Snaggy, you're so, did this for me. And I'm just like, you don't understand what you've done for me. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. They don't, like,
It was a pleasure, literally.
Yeah. Like, even working with Flames and they're bringing over, like, Leroy's bringing over these big artists and stuff like that. Like, I'm doing his, like, adverts for him, like, the whole campaign and all the special effects and stuff. And he used to love it and be like, yeah, man, Snags, like, it looks bad, rare, tear. And I'd be like, when I used to...
I'd literally see him around, at the time running around the industry, he'd be everywhere.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking everywhere.
Because it's funny, how I heard about Tuggy.
Yeah, tell him how you met me.
Tuggy
how
had
you
some
see
tune, I think it was that remix with it's on a hip hop rhythm.
50 Cent beat.
Yeah, the 50 Cent beat.
Many men.
Yeah. So you had that tune going around. I kept hearing about this Tuggawar. So I was just like, oh. So then someone told me that I can't remember who told me that you were going to be in Hackney Central. So I was in the end, so I said, like, let me pass there and see if he's there. And if he's there, I'll just introduce myself. You get me? Because I said, I want to know who this person is. Like, you get me? So I must have went in there like, and then I saw him, and I was just standing there, and I said, like, Cha, I just introduced myself. I'm not afraid to do them things. I said, yo, well, go on. It's Tuggawar, innit? And he said, yeah, brother, yeah.
It was by the small
yeah,
bar.
Yeah.
I remember.
Ran the back bit, innit? Yeah. You had to go past the bit. Yeah. And we was just there, and I said, well, go on, brother. And he said, yeah. Cool. And then he said to me, oh, so what's your name then? He says to me, oh, my name's Snagga. He said, oh, Snagga. Yeah, I've heard you said that's exactly how you said it. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah. And I said, yeah, man, I'm listening to your music. I'll go on still. And he was like, yo, bless, thank you, Ray. And that was it. Until the surf. I don't know.
Tuggawar come first.
The Tuggawar, yeah. And then it was just like, and
but you know what? That's why, see people like that, that's why you connect, is because you both love what you do. It's not just a job.
No, it's
you know, you could just be getting, like you said, you probably was getting paid for these things that you was doing, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not the money, like the passion comes first.
Yeah.
And then the money flows. But when you have people like that who are mutually thinking, like he's doing the same thing and you're doing the same thing, that's why you connect and you got the same. You got the same. You want the same outcome. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is
what I used to like about people who I work with, the best people I used to like to work with are those who you give them that help or whatever they need. Yeah, because I always call it as help. You understand? So you give them that help, maybe make a video. You're getting paid, but you're still helping them because they got their vision, their goal. So it's those who then take that and then make it bang. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, part of my frustration is like you help some people and they like sit down and want you to do all of the rest, and you're like, no. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when I'm at Tricks in the Mix. Yeah.
Big up Tricks.
Yeah, big up Tricks. Yeah, don't know, innit? Yeah. And I was like, I remember this clearly. I was working at Monor's College, and we used to do a showcase for the students. Well, I used to run the showcase for the students, so I set it up. And it was getting kind of popular outside of the college. So one day he came up to me, I think outside the college, and he said, oh, are you the one who does the stage shows? And I was like, yeah, why is that? He said, oh, what would you let me DJ there? And I said, I don't know, like, you get me? I've never heard you play. So I said to him, I tell you what, do, make me a mixtape, yeah? And then I'll see in it. So a week later, he came back with this mixtape. So I said, okay, let me have a listen and I'll let you know, innit? So
even doing that,
yeah.
Like, all right, well, like,
so I put it in my car, yeah, and I never turned it off. The whole juggling, didn't have to forward, nothing. I would just listen to the. I was just like, oh my days. I played it to everybody come in my car. They wanted this tape, and I was like, no man, you can't.
I've never heard about. I ain't just saying it because it's my bedroom. I never heard a bad tip from Tricks.
No,
he's a good DJ.
No.
Always. I think actually one of the more underrated DJs who don't get his props as much as he should because he's never had a. I think that's because he's humble.
Yeah, and you know what?
Mad humble.
He's made me into a better DJ, and that's the truth.
Good DJ.
Yeah.
Very humble guy.
Sometimes
very humble guy. So he's not the sort of guy to. He's not the bossy kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
You know, very humble guy, nice guy.
But yeah, man. And so when he came back with this tape, now he came back like about after a couple of weeks, and he goes, "Oh, so what's happening?" I said to him, "Boy, there's good news and there's bad news." I said, "Which one do you want first?" He goes, "Oh, just give me the good news." I said, "Yeah, man, you're definitely on." So he was like, "So what's the bad news?" I said, "You're never ever getting this tape back again."
Bless you. Mad.
Sick, I love that.
Yeah. The bad thing.
No, but you gotta love this music.
Yeah.
You got to, bro.
And I think that's a lot of, people wonder why they don't, not even succeed like with Blow, but to just make something that they're happy with and to release and just do that. You find a lot of people just don't love their music as much as they should need to. Like, they need to love their music more. Like, how much do you love your project?
Oh my God.
He's so hungry, bro. He calls me every day.
Oh gosh.
I speak to him. I call him every day.
You see,
it's like a mutual thing where like I love it, bro.
You see Tuggy's experience in Jamaica, yeah, is why Tuggy's like this, yeah, because that I say this to a lot of artists in the UK, like. No disrespect, but some of them don't act like artists. Yeah, like I always look at it, even with my videoing and anything that I do, it's like if I said I was a carpenter, yeah, like I ain't only gonna look for big stairs in one office block to make. If someone wants me to change the lock on their door, I'm still a carpenter. Do you understand? So every day I'm out there working, innit? Yeah. Every day you're doing work. Like, and you find like in the UK, like they just like, you know, stop go studio. Do you understand? And like stop releasing and stop like, you get me? I know it's hard out there, but it's the pushing that
I work
makes
with
it.
like I work with like I've got a couple hundred clients at the moment. Like I shoot numerous videos a week with different artists. Numerous videos, innit?
Yeah, numerous. Hundreds
a week, like, but on a week, I fly through artists.
Oh yeah.
So I see them all, and I see a lot. Like I see a lot of people.
Shoot 4 in a day,
like a lot of people, what they don't do is they release their stuff, and then once they release it, they don't see the love that they expect that other people are getting. So what they do is they get disappointed. And then the lack of material keeps coming out. Although they're fantastic artists. Like some of these people are
really good. And the songs are really
amazing.
Good. And the songs are really good.
And they could do really, really
well. And
they
can do really,
and they
really
wonder
well.
why I don't get
Believe in
you know
themselves
what it
a bit
is?
more.
It's like you release, even if you get 100 views, bro. If you get 10 views, you know that's 10 real people.
Thank you.
Go and get your 50 real people.
Build
slowly, and love it, and show the world that you love it, and people will love it with you.
You
see what I'm saying to you? So like, I see a lot of them, and what they end up doing is giving up.
Love what you said.
Like a lot of them give up, and they kind of stop.
I don't know if it's because they give up or what.
Because
they don't believe
in themselves enough.
And if you don't believe in yourself, how is anybody else gonna believe in you?
And they're judging themselves off of other people's success, and other people's feedback.
Because
that's that person's path.
Over a space of a year or 2 years.
Or a year, or they'll drop it and they might not get mad YouTube views, or they might not get mad this, and they're disheartened because the next man, and the next man's project might be dead. Compared to their project. Like they'll have a better song and everything than the other one who's getting more exposure, but that ain't it. But you gotta believe in your thing. You gotta believe in it. Like you have to believe in your thing, because you know what? Sorry to cut you. If you don't believe in it, who's gonna believe in it? And if people don't see you believing in it, they lose belief.
And when people do see you believe in
they believe in it. They believe in it.
Because you fucking showed them.
Because you showed them. And because you fucking showed them. Like myself, I believe in my shit so much.
Whether you make it or not. Whether you
it's irrelevant to me. It's totally irrelevant.
But this goes back to what I was saying before. It's like, if you don't care whether someone likes it or not, you're still gonna put it out and push it and do whatever because you like it.
Because you like it.
Yeah, you like that lyrics, you like the song, you like the video.
You like it. If you don't.
Yeah. And there's another aspect, now that I do marketing, there's another aspect. Like, you put out a tune, say to you, and you listen to the tune, this ain't my thing. There's a whole crowd of people over here
that love it.
That would love it. But because you said no, I've stopped now.
That's kind of shit.
Do you see what I'm saying?
About. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking
Big talk
about. Exactly that.
Big talk. Because you get disheartened, and that person might even be your friend.
Yeah, because you got to understand.
But you get disheartened.
Yeah.
But there's thousands of people out there that will love it. But you got disheartened because of what that person.
Yeah, and this is what marketing is about: is that you have to put it in their face and then let them choose.
You let them choose.
Do you understand?
That's right.
Rather than and
judging your opinion of one person or 2 people or something. That ain't
or some so-called influencers in the scene.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, what do they know?
You gotta love it.
They only know what they like.
Like what you say, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking love it.
Yeah, because once
I love what I do. I know.
Times, isn't it? It's not like you can't disbelieve.
No, at no time.
At the end of the day, you know in yourself when you ain't done your best.
You know.
A man don't have to tell you that.
You know.
You know when you ain't done your best.
Yeah.
Whether
You've done all you can do.
Yeah, whether it's a video shoot.
I like it. I like the challenge because I'll do like I miss I say I got a bit of that, and I'll do that. I got a bit of that. I got to find another one that, and like. You want to hear what I recorded yesterday? I got something crazy.
God.
I got something crazy.
Yeah,
I got something because like in my head, I'm as good as my last song.
Yes, that's how.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm as good as my last motherfucking song, and I'm trying to better that. You feel me? I say I'm only as good as my last project. My last project's banging. My next project's gotta be banging. And you know what I mean? And that's me setting my my target of bettering it. Because you can only like you can never stop improving.
And that's why I said when you listen back to your music, you shouldn't be vexed. Or if you listen
No,
back to
that's
a
the
video,
growth.
you shouldn't be
No,
vexed.
never.
Because
You should
that's
never. You should
showing
embrace
how
it all.
you can see it. When you was on set or you was in the booth or whatever, you couldn't hear it or you couldn't see it. But now, a year later, you could see.
Oh yeah.
And then because you could see, now you can improve it. Like so, it's like, and this is why I say to the artist, like
That's
you've got
what
to keep every time you
yourself.
keep making tunes.
Yeah.
You don't realize it, but you're actually improving.
Yes.
You're actually pushing.
That's why people say don't force it. You know when you're writing lyrics or you're making
can't
music.
force it.
See with me, you know what I'm like, innit?
Yeah.
I made that whole album in like a few days. Like,
Yeah,
if I put
less
all of
than
that
a
time
week.
together, it probably would have been two days.
Yeah.
I made the whole 12.
The whole.
How many
the whole
tracks?
10-track
10
album.
tracks.
Yeah.
Some days.
But you know, like it was
Real
just
talk.
like spontaneous, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
in that thing, and I burst. And if it works, it works, and I just
Yeah.
And you can't force things because if you force it, you don't love it.
You don't love it. You're trying to find something that ain't there.
You're trying to find it.
You're trying to find it's not there.
It's not art.
It's not art.
Sometimes
not
like
art.
sometimes you would find yourself
It's not art.
in a zone where everything that comes out your mouth or you touch the editing or you feel is just like zoom.
Yeah. That's how it felt with doing the album. With
Yeah,
him.
you're just in your zone.
Like doing the
I didn't
album.
even know I
That's
did
how
the
it felt.
album.
I don't even know. We know.
I didn't even realise. You know, he's like, we got 9 tracks. I'm like, what? He's like, we got
Yeah.
like 9 tracks. I'm like, you're joking, bro.
Yeah. There was 9 done.
Nine.
I remember
like-
it was 9.
Bro, like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, well, we only need one more song. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like yeah.
what?
I wanted to round it up to
And then I'm
10.
confused, bro. I did it so quick.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, you weren't even
joking,
counting.
He's already got the lyrics. It's already done.
Yeah.
He's just ready. I'm like, yeah, this is natural. Like, I don't know how the fuck this has happened. I couldn't do it again if I tried. And like you said, I wouldn't go back and change it. And he doesn't ever allow me to. If I make something,
No.
it does. Once it's bounced,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, there is no going back to it.
No.
He won't even allow. He'll be like, no, Frost, it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
It's
Because
I
he's
always
so
say it's with
creative,
the gods now. It's with
he'll
the
go
gods.
back. It's with the gods. Because he'll go back. His moment, he's so fast at working. So what he'll create then, and he'll go back. If he tweaks 1 or 2, he's gonna take it a whole different way, or like not different, but it'll change the dynamic in a good way, but it'll be different.
Yeah. I'll
You know what I
I'll
mean?
just keep changing it.
You just keep changing
the
it. So
whole
like I was just saying, no,
track.
this is done. Take that done. Do something else.
Yeah. Because
That's finished.
You
Don't trouble that again.
hour or something, it's done.
It's
man.
finished.
because you get dead ears, innit? When you're listening to the track, when you go away and then like
You listen to the
take
same-
you
they-
take a break.
They
then
say
you
not
come
to
back.
listen to the same
You
song
start
for
being
more than
critical. You start being critical of
Too
the art,
critical
which
of
is
it.
what you were saying. You
Yeah,
can't be. You just
yeah.
gotta embrace it.
gotta
Yeah,
embrace
yeah.
it. Gotta
And then
embrace it.
sometimes you do overboard. Like there might be tweaks where you say, nah, I
Yeah.
need to change that. I definitely need to change that. But then it comes to a point where you're just like nitpicking unnecessary. Like you just like forget it. Just put that.
That
shit
I hate shit like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't like working like
I
that.
done one project, where we worked on it for about 2 months.
Yeah.
One song. But I mean, there was like, I made the whole track, the beat, the vocals, we mixed it. There was like 100 and something.
By the time you finish, you don't even want to hear it.
There was just so many. It was crazy. The song was insane when we first did it. Like, I mean, insane.
Yeah.
It was like experimental kind of dubstep.
So
And
you
there were
kinda-
so many layers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
different things with the drum patterns. There was like filtered drums and shit.
Yeah.
But what was happening is we ended up going so far with it, it just never got released.
Yeah. It happens.
And everybody just lost the love. Everyone was just like,
Lost
"Oh,
the
I don't
love
even
for
know what
it.
to do,
The
bro."
love's gone. It's a
You're
moment
going
in
in there, you're
time.
listening to it, you're like, I don't even
It's
like it.
you know, like yesterday's
Literally,
crazy.
I walk in, I was like, I don't even like it anymore, bro.
Trust
Like
me.
there was a sound one time, and now I like that, and now that's gone. And now-
Trust me.
You know, so you can't spend too much time on art.
No,
do
you
it, and like you said,
can't.
it's that moment.
You
You
can't.
enjoy it. You just do it. Get it done. Obviously, like you said, sometimes there is professional things where you have to go back.
Yeah.
Because you might realise
there is exceptions.
Yeah.
There's exceptions
But-
for different projects.
Yeah.
But like as an overall as art,
Yeah.
it's a moment in time.
Yeah.
It's a moment in time. It's literally a moment in time, and if you keep going over that moment, you will spoil it. Like you can overmix a song,
Yeah.
like and spoil it. Like you say, you don't want to hear it again.
I've done, yeah, with
Like
that.
I've been like it's and that ain't art. That's not art. Your ears are looking for something that ain't there. Feel me? I say, and you know one thing with music and visuals is the same thing because you've only got 2 eyes and 2 ears. You can only look at one thing at one time, and you can only hear one thing at one. Or you can only hear your ears pick up certain. You understand what I mean? I say so. It's like how the human takes in sound and vision.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's a lot to understanding. Am I making sense? Like when you understand how humans perceive sound and vision, then that's why it makes sense. Like of how art is perceived. That's why you can't overdo it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the way.
That's why you can't do it. Oh, that's why
how you perceive it in that moment.
Exactly.
And the next day you might perceive it differently. It just will keep changing.
Yeah, it just keep changing. Because
Yeah.
you know what? An engineer said to me one time, a mix is a mix. And do you know what he means by a mix is a mix? Because I played him a mix one time. I must have mixed a song.
Yeah.
And this was Jetstar's engineer. His name was Fitzroy. He mixed Tug Lovin'. He mixed the Jet for Days album. Really good engineer. He used to mix like all the top reggae. You know Fitzroy?
Yeah.
Top guy used to mix on the fucking big desk with 2-inch tape and all that. Bad boy engineer. Anyway, he said, I played in one of my mixes one time. I said, what do you think of that? He said to me, a mix is a mix. What do you mean a mix is a mix? He says, bro, he says, like, it's a moment in time. Like, you can get it wrong to the point, you got to adjust it, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
It's professionally wrong.
Yeah, it's professionally wrong if it's professionally wrong. But other than that, a mix is a mix. It's how it sounds. There's songs that's gone out there that haven't been mixed properly in here. And when they've gone back and mixed them, they haven't sounded good. The actual proper mix of the song didn't sound as good as the raw version. That's a lot of songs have happened like that.
I hear that about that Luma D song.
I'll give you the biggest example. Miss Dynamite, her commercial mix is no way as good on the boom in IN. The first mix Sticky did, which Sticky told he done it on headphones, very rough mix.
Yeah.
He's a headphone mix he did on a laptop. Man told me. Before he mixed it over for the record company and she vocaled it over and they done the commercial version and they cleaned it up a little bit. And they changed the production a little bit. The first mix was a million times better and more impact.
I did a session with Gigs when I did the project with Gigs, the EP. They actually, Gigs sent in his other engineer into the studio in Barbican for a day and wanted him to just run over some of the ad-libs and turn the ad-libs right up.
Right.
But because I mixed the tune and it sounds so sick, then his engineer come in and started whacking everything up. He took away the whole art of the project. But that guy was the guy who made Gigs blow with all of his mixes. He still mixes Gigs' stuff now.
I can hear it, but you know what I've noticed with that?
I done my thing and it felt right, and then he's come.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
They actually put it back to
It's
my
funny how
version
you
because
mentioned
it was
that.
just the way it worked.
It's funny how you mentioned
moments
that.
in time.
Is he still mixing it now?
Yeah, he's still mixing for him now. That's Gigs' like.
I hear a lot. I'm a fan of Gigs. I'm a fan of Gigs. I always have been.
His vocal never changed. Even if he
And I've noticed it's the
with
same.
Drake,
But
he would still get the same guy to do his vocal.
It's a good thing, but I think sometimes it can be a good thing, and sometimes on certain tracks you just want when it's for producing, it needs a sound that works with the music.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like because I've got that a lot with myself where I say, okay, I want my vocal to sound. Your vocal cannot sound the same on every record.
Yeah, you always do that. Your sound's always different. You get different people to mix.
No, it gives
different
yes.
types of
I like to
mixes,
think, you cannot have your vocal to say exactly the same. Exactly the same on every record. That's not art either.
I think I
Like that, no, you understand what I'm saying? Like Giggs' records sound banging, don't get it twisted, and the way they set his vocal is different. But like I would leave the producer to get his feel on that project.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
They did in the end. Like I said, they ended up going back and leaving me with the whole thing because when they listened to it afterwards, they were like, "Bro, that's bare loud." Like, I was like, "Well, that's what your guy did." You know?
Yeah.
But because it wasn't his project, he just didn't do it. If he would have done it from the start, it probably would have sounded sick.
Yeah.
But because he just walked in,
so he just walked in straight pop. I understand what you mean.
Like half a day, when even probably like 4 hours.
But they say that as well. Too many cooks.
Yeah, spoil the pot.
Yeah, that's it. Too many cooks spoil the pot. And I think sometimes when you bring, not two people can be really talented. It doesn't necessarily they're gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
do something great.
You see, like it's a collaborative thing. If two people are like, you got two engineers, they have to work collaboratively in it. So, but it's like when I'm on the shoots that I've been on recently, I haven't had to hold a camera.
What a blessing.
Do you understand? Yeah, and it's been good. And then I've had I keep telling you about this woman named Stephanie that died. she's like gets all the props on time and all that kind of
that
stuff.
production.
Yeah. And I was just there doing all the scheduling, you know, and doing all the call sheets and.
That's
you know,
hard.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
I know. It's,
I've been getting some through recently.
Yeah. You have to go through
the
bit by bit, and then
everything's got to be there. Where your closest
location,
hospital is,
hospital,
where the closest first aid kit is. Like it's deep, bro.
But it was in.
That's lit though.
Yeah, but even then, even on these projects, I've been learning so much.
Cheers.
Like, yes.
Cheers,
I've been learning so much.
Cheers,
but like it's like, you know, even like my time with like I'm still he's still producing stuff for me. Richard Cassell. Yeah.
Done Hey Baby Don't Cry No More.
Yeah.
We were talking. He produced that, and he produced for Plan B. He done Plan B's. Drums. He's Plan B
drummer for Plan B.
Live drummer for Plan B.
Yeah. He's one that Nouveau.
He done the drums on the album.
I done video for Plan B.
Yeah, he shot a video for Plan B.
Okay.
But Cassell done the drums on Ill Manor. Ill Manners, didn't he?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Cassell done the
Ill
drums.
Manners is mental.
Yeah, Cassell done all the drums.
Yeah,
or most of the drums. Yeah. His drum work is fucking amazing. This guy.
Is that the same guy as the Rudimental drummer? Or is it different? I know Rudimental.
He don't drum for Rudimental, does he?
No, I don't.
Some of these drummers get bad. Is he different?
I don't
different
think
things?
so. He drums for he drums for a few female
drummers. What's that guy?
You know who he produced for? Pixie Lock. I think he drums for Pixie.
Yeah.
I think he does Pixie, does he?
Is it Skinner?
Mike Skinner. Yeah, he does Mike Skinner.
Yeah,
he's Mike Skinner's drummer.
Yeah.
He's Skinner's drummer.
Even that what's the name? The Glastonbury last.
He's Mike Skinner's drummer.
He had to go from one end of the stage. He was drumming for Plan B, and then he had to run.
Oh wow! They were both there.
Yeah, over there.
How did he work that?
He had to run from one tent to another.
He done two.
Yeah.
What about Plan B though, bro? Like, have you seen what happened to him, bro?
No, what happened to Plan B?
He got a huge deal.
Yeah, because this is interesting with Plan B.
Because at the beginning he got that whole big thing and he was running and he was doing so well and then
he was
flying high. When we done the
album,
not the last big project we did. He ended up Warner just started. I don't know, bro. Like they just started not funding him correctly and his projects.
These labels.
No, they actually give him a huge budget for his video.
Yeah.
And he spent the whole budget, like everything was gone. They spent a huge budget on these videos. But the after marketing, they didn't
do it.
You know, like they didn't push.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that was that. But he had some. If you check him, bro, he's got some.
Sounds like they pulled the plug on him.
Yeah. I mean, like,
was just insane. But they literally, they pulled the plug on him.
Yeah, they pulled the plug. Which is, I find that crazy.
But they kept him on the label because they just want to.
This is it. They want to still reap the benefits.
Being in the like learning all the back behind the scenes of the industry is just like. Gosh, it's part of the reason why
from Jetstar,
I left the A&R stuff and done with it because like it's just.
I will always be independent. You gotta give me the money you gotta give me to sign to you. It's gotta be retirement, mansion, anywhere more, yacht. It's gotta be so many zeros on that for me to sign to somebody. Other than that, I'll be independent for life.
And the way it's set up right now, it's like. You got to prove to them that you're an artist that can make money. But if you prove to them that you're an artist to make money, then there's no need to sign. This is the thing. Like, you got to understand, like, when you're approached by these labels, they know that...
Do you know what fucked me up?
Put some marketing behind this guy and we can make some money.
Do you know how much Jetstar...
Because why would they invest?
Do you know how much Jetstar spent on the Fidesz album?
I don't know.
About £100,000.
Yeah?
On that fucking album. The budget.
Seriously.
And they didn't have a budget for a video. They spent $100,000 on the album. They spent 20 grand on radio adverts alone. Like the money they spent on that album was ridiculous. And then and the way they spent it, and then you're looking at the sheet back thinking, because they were put like you spent 20 grand on radio adverts was not necessary. I'm all like that, and then it comes out. That's your money. It's coming out your money.
Yeah,
It's
your
your
money. They're spending.
They've spent it. It's like your money.
money.
They gotta
this
make
money.
back
They gotta make that back
before you get another penny.
Yeah.
Before you get another penny.
Like literally, yeah. It's a bank loan.
It's a loan.
It's a bank loan. Which
I didn't
Barclays
get.
are giving better rates.
Yeah, I didn't
The
get.
loan
I
shark
didn't get the
is
amount of
giving
money
better
they
rates.
spent on it without shooting the video. It really wound me up. Cause remember that was Tug Loving.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went all out on
I've
Tug
heard people
Loving.
coming out with debt.
Yeah.
Their labels.
They tried. Did they say they? I think they tried to say I owed them. I think they tried to say that.
I heard
think
people
they said.
coming out of labels with debts, probably.
I
owe them.
I had an artist phone me once, yeah.
Fuck.
He said to me, Snags, these people just sent me an invoice for £100,000. And I said, what do you mean they sent an invoice? He said, the label sent me an invoice saying that this is the amount that I owe.
Yo, but that's what I was talking to you before we started this. You know, I said to him, like, the business side of the music part can put you off. Like, see the creative part, what we was talking about a minute ago, which is the fun part, the creative part, getting creative, doing the art. This fucking business side is the part when I was in my early years anyway, and when I was younger. It's like I tried to I had to block it out because it would depress me. The business side of it actually depressed me. I didn't want to know about splits. It was very depressing. It was so depressing when they got into the nitty gritty of it and they're telling you and they're sitting you down and
Like,
all
yeah,
of
we're
this.
gonna do this.
It was just all depressing.
But
Yeah, it's all
we're gonna
this.
be doing this.
This and
We're gonna take this.
we're taking this, we're taking that, we're taking. Then you
And
just hear
if you
people
don't
trying
do
to
this, then we're gonna
suck
need
you
this.
dry.
You must make this.
Yeah.
You must do this. It's like, fuck it.
It's
No, I've
mad.
had those kind
Yeah,
of
boy.
videos.
It's
It's like it's depressing. It's like
The artist had phoned me, yeah. He was just like, how am I going to pay them this money? Like,
I
you get me?
like, what the fuck?
So when he bought the thing now, I had a look at it and it was just like recoupable. Yeah, so I explained to him that, look, unless when your album comes out, if it sells 100,000, makes it over £100,000, after that they will take the first £100,000, and then after that, that's when your split gets into effect. And he was like, but hold on, like, I think it was like a 70-30 deal he was on.
right.
Do you understand? So he's saying to me, so what, they get 70 after this? I said, yep. Do you understand? He was just like, shit. But them times it was different because they were pressing up EP,
and
CDs and
shit.
records
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. Now, you know, I don't even see the point of them. Yeah, I've had people who in the industry, yeah, go in a project with a major, and their team is doing more work than the major's done.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
Do you know what the thing is about me? Let me tell you something. Fuck my Jetstar deal because I've been independent from day one.
Yeah.
Do you know, fuck all the money they spent. Do you know what they said to me? After they signed me, and I wish they said it before, because I probably would have went to Greensleeves, because they was after signing me, and I would have got more money from fucking Greensleeves. They said to me, oh, we shouldn't have fucked with you. You got too much money. I said, I've got too much money. Because they see how much videos I was shooting. And videos them days wasn't cheap.
Yeah.
Right? And they see it on the telly and that. And they couldn't shoot a video for me. They couldn't shoot one video. I spent my last £2,700 on Tug Loving. Last, man. You remember? I spent my last penny on it. Because I was so embarrassed to have the album out. It's in the HMV albums out. Adverts on the radio. Tug Loving playing on Choice FM. It was, the buzz was there. And it was like, no music video? What the fuck did I get signed for? I got signed to get good. I was making videos already. Me and Snagga was doing. Like, we was already at videos.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to sign, I want a big budget video now. That was at the point. That was my... You sign, you get a budget video from your label, right? They done it for Ring Ding Ding. Because they signed Ring Ding Ding, the dancehall version. Ring Ding Ding, Ding Ding. LOC got a video out of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the video, and then they do the video for Reggae Sauce, and they wouldn't play it on MTV because it was advertising this fucking sauce. They spin. I was looking at them like, you guys are crazy.
Is the industry?
You guys are crazy. I couldn't wait for that deal to done. I couldn't wait to get. They went bust, and I was like, good riddance, bye. They didn't get the modern day and age of music. Like, you see, the transition is crazy. The transition, because we young, they was not ready to move with the times. They're stuck in their old record selling times. They were selling so many records every week. You go from selling how many records?
Yeah. But
and how many CDs to all of that stopping. No one ain't buying no CDs and no one ain't buying no records. But imagine they were shipping records and CDs around the world.
Yeah.
Imagine being the main distributor for reggae music. Imagine, around the world. And then all of a sudden, bang. And they never got with the times of modern... VP did. Sean Paul's label.
Yeah.
So they're the only... If you think about it, VP and Green Sleeves never signed artists. Green Sleeves... No disrespect to Green Sleeves. Green Sleeves are a useless record label. They never sign artists, really. I never see any of them do anything for artists.
Licensing.
They'll give you get some money out of them, yeah, and they'll put your album out, and that's it. It's nothing.
They would just license the tune.
They'll just license the song. How they like the song, they'll license it.
Yeah.
Get a little crumb.
A lot of that was that. Yeah.
It's just all of that bullshit.
But
the business side of dance was 100% to be independent in any music you do right now.
Like right now, like unless someone's like, you got the power now to like build up yourself, and then and the more you build up yourself, the more leverage you got.
Like when people talk about masters, you gotta own your fucking masters. Bottom line. So even if you're going to the studio, you gotta buy your rhythm. You gotta pay for your studio session. You gotta pay for your mastering. You own the masters.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like me and you own the masters for the album. No one can chat to it.
No.
And me and Frost own the masters.
And that's what I used to say to all the dancehall artists.
You understand what I say?
When I used to give advice to the dancehall.
No one, there ain't a third party involved saying,
no.
You guys can't do this and that. No. That's what I'm saying. So you see, like, independence.
Yeah, because even, that's why I used to say to the artists in the UK, you're going to these studios, you're voicing all these tunes, but the producer he's trying a thing as well. Do you understand? I said, if you really believe in what you're doing...
We all got fucked over. Steely told me something. Sorry to cut you.
He should get his fair cut as well.
Do you know what the guy said to me in Jamaica? Because I was like a hungry rat running around the whole fucking Jamaica trying to voice in every studio at one point. And the guy stopped me. Steely stopped me, when I started messing with him. And he said to me, Tuggy, don't run around and voice for everybody. Because you got to have control of your team. I never really listened to him. I just wanted to get music out.
Yeah.
I wanted to get music out that badly. Where's the studio? What rhythm you got? Bang, run in there.
Yeah.
Not thinking about the business side of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And then until after, I had problems.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I realised, okay, this ain't the way to do it. You know what I mean? I've voiced like loads of tracks out there. I ended up having to re-voice and this and that do over again because I had problems with the thing or the producer. Because with artists solely, you know what? We was lazy years ago. We relied. You know what? Artists had it a bit easy years ago.
Yeah.
That's why so many artists made it years ago. Because we had it easy. You had people like Steely. Like, they'd run in the studio. He'd do all the work. He'd make your song sound like a hit. There was no music videos for any of them songs.
No.
They all hit because of how they sounded. Steely made them sound like that. Steely went and put them out. The artist just went in the studio. Answer me a question. After that artist left the booth, what did he do for that record? Please tell me. No, tell me what the artist did for the record.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So
that's why we would go. So our life, that's why Snagga said about me learning the business in Jamaica, and I understand what you meant, because like the hunger for the business and understanding the music business and being an artist is something that I learned in Jamaica.
It's the perseverance and, like getting up, doing all those shows. Do you understand? It's like the everyday I am an artist. Every day because anybody can say what they want to say. Do you understand? This is something I try to refrain from. I'm not going to say, I'm a video producer. I'm going to make a video first and then say I'm a video producer. When you say how you're a video producer, watch it here. You understand? Yeah. So it's the doing.
Your action speaks louder than
words.
words.
It's the doing. You understand? You get up and do what you say you are, then you are it.
That's right.
Bravo.
Straight.
And this
I
is,
love that.
and you know, even at the college where I work, I'm telling the students who are there, who are producers, I'm telling them
that's something that's changed. You know, that's something that sticks with me every day.
They keep telling me I want to be a producer. I said I keep telling
you are.
No, I keep telling them you can be a producer today. And they say to me, how can I be a producer today? I said, here's Ditto. Go on there.
That's right.
Put up your track. Release it. And so when that get released, you are now a producer.
Go on PRS.
Yeah, exactly.
Do your
If
PRS.
you do that, you are an artist.
You're an artist. So easy.
And you have to believe in it. Do it
so
every day with
easy.
passion. And just
Do you know what I mean?
do that job. You know what?
Like no one says that you're a good producer or you're a good MC or you're a good artist or you're a good videographer, but you are.
You are.
Do you know what? This is.
Do you understand?
Do you know, like,
and the more that you do it, is the more that you're gonna become better at it.
Yeah.
I changed my job. I was working in music studios for like 13 years. Working flat out 14 hours a day. Working in music studios, recording other people. Yeah, that's all I did for years, just in the studio. Same studio.
Pressing buttons
for other artists all day long.
Yeah.
And I'm not even seeing day.
Yeah.
I'm just going
and you're getting
I didn't
paid
see my
and you're
kids
getting
at night.
engineer money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I said, I want to just, I knew a little bit, like, I mean, very, very small, like, very about videos, like, I mean, virtually nothing, about as less than even you know, a lot less than you know now, like, I mean, I knew absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Bare basics on how to cut a video, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people was like to me, how are you going to make this work? Like, are you sure you just quit your job?
Yeah.
And it was decent pay. Like,
Yeah.
And I was like, and I got kids, so it's a bit mad. And I just said, you know, if I do it every day, like, it's gonna work. Innit? If I wake up in the morning and start at 9 o'clock and work 9 to 5, every single day, not work 9 to 5, work 9 to 9, and do it every single day. It's going to work if I do that for a year. It has to.
But you can't do that.
Spud me.
You cannot do that what you did unless you loved it.
And I did. I enjoyed every single
because
moment.
when it's because
like you said, I'm a nerd. I sat there every day YouTube and I learned that shit. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this.
It's snowing. You're hungry.
I'm gonna be there,
and
bro.
you don't feel to do
I'll give you an
it.
example.
The love will make you go there.
Yesterday, I had an appointment. I had to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning. I done this. I had such a busy day yesterday. And I had this song ready to voice. And even my mum said, I'll leave it, voice it tomorrow when you get up. I voiced it last night because my energy was so... I can't do it. I can't go to sleep and not do the work.
Because you're thinking...
I can't.
You're thinking...
Because that's that moment.
And
that's
now,
that creative moment.
What I was going to say is now, like, after I was doing really, really well in the studio. Like, I was working really... I had to work with, like, Stormzy. I worked with, like, every single big artist in the country. And
he's produced songs for gigs.
The studio was, like... It was the most known studio in the country, 100%. And it's just a little room. But like, I think it was my energy and my guys' energy that just kept it running. It was going ham. And I just quit. And like, I was thinking, I could just lose everything here. Like, and I borrowed money from people to get the camera and that. Do you know what I'm saying? I was mad. And then all of a sudden now, I'm like 100 times better off.
Straight.
Like, than I was in there. I see the light of day. I go out every day. My kids are so much better off.
You're enjoying it.
My missus is so much better off. I got a nice life now. I'm happy. Do you know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing what I do.
But the thing is,
it's fun. I love it. Like you said, so you go forward with them kind of decisions.
Of course you do.
People think don't take. That's the fear. You know, some people have a lot of fear, and they don't take that step. And people will say, "Oh, no, but I lose my job."
That's right.
Hold on, like maybe I should just sit here in this room.
No, you got.
Yeah, because I need the money. I'm just gonna sit here.
I've got a saying for that. Fear is a liar.
Fear is a liar.
That
Fear is a liar.
You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna go for it, and it will work. And if you say it will work, it will work.
It's a liar, mate.
Believe in it.
You know, my first camera, my mum bought me my camera, you know.
Wow.
And that's what I shot Fine Wine on. Yeah, and going around in all them dances. You get me? To the camera. I still got the camera today. I won't get rid of that camera. No way, no how.
What is it? A Canon? Is it? No.
Yeah, Canon.
Oh, Canon.
Yeah, X1.
Yeah, lit.
That's sick, man. It's an X2. It's an X2. Yeah. And then, you know, and then we moved up to the X1.
Fucking little mini DV tapes.
Yeah, mini DV. Shit.
Oh man, and sometimes they'd have glitches on them.
Yeah, gosh, flipping out.
Remember I bought someone there. I don't know what it was. It was glitches. It was that. I'd go and give Channel U the tape. His phone me say it's parts, but no, on the little mini DV tape.
Yeah, so the little VHS tapes.
Yeah, little VHS.
Nowadays we appreciate that.
Mini DV.
We appreciate them little glitches. We're like, that was sick.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many times I have to get a new tape of?
Oh gosh.
For the video, I'm like, Channel U would say, yeah, it's good, it's passed, we accept it, but there's a glitch.
Glitch.
I'm like, what do you mean there's a
glitch?
glitch? Is there a glitch on the tape?
The amount of tape cleaners I had to buy, boy.
And then I phone up Snagga and said, Snagga, I need to give Channel U another tape. And they were like, delay the video going on the telly for like another 2 weeks because then you'd have to go and get the video, go down there. I just
put it
want to
on the
drive it, bro.
system.
Like, there's no internet here.
And all that kind of
I'm like, oh, mate. It was so depressing when they used to tell me that. They say, yeah, because you get the call saying it's passed. We accepting your video. It's going on the playlist. But there's a glitch on tape.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're joking me. Right. And then you drive it like crazy. Snagga, get the tape ready. And then you fucking run it back down to them. And it's delayed. It's got to wait for the next. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I do think that is a big thing though. Like if you do focus on something enough, it will happen.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And however you feel focused, like I tell my people all the time, bro.
Trust me.
Do anything. That's why people say you can do anything.
That's why you see.
You can.
That's why you see
like,
with
bro,
artists, like you were
if I wanted
saying.
to drive a fucking helicopter, tomorrow I'll wake up in the morning, I'll book lessons every week, and I'll be a fucking helicopter driver.
Like what you said, artists have become too lazy from the nature of lazy artists originally.
Yeah.
Because the nature of artists is a star. I go in the booth, I voice the lyrics,
and
the song everything gets done for me.
Yeah.
Then I turn up at the video shoot.
Yeah.
The makeup artist sits me down. I sit down in the chair. Everything's set up for me. I sit down in the chair. It says artist. I ain't makeup
work
artist.
For that shit, bro.
You work for that shit. But you see, artists, this is a bad trait. That's in. Am I lying? No. It's a bad trait that's been in artists from a long time ago. Yeah. And it's past, even now, it's not relevant at all because that just don't happen again.
No, don't.
Yeah? It used to happen once upon a time. That's why they believed like that.
Yeah.
So a certain artist, so you see certain guys that got a big deal and got that treatment. And then that deal never worked for them. It's hard for them to carry on.
It's not
hard for them to carry on.
Yeah, man. It's not
like my guys, bro. On that note, my guys, like these guys, I shot videos for. I recorded all the music on the way up to X Factor. They started off from the beginning. They won X Factor, but I made their music every single.
So after winning X Factor, everything's put on a plate.
So every single stage, I made the beat, recorded vocals, helped them with harmony.
Before the X Factor deal.
Helped them with certain lyric changes. Just like I helped them so much, bro. Not for the whole episode. So every time they went on.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me about this.
The tracks were recorded with me. Everything was done with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they done that all the way to the final. The final they done the one with Wycliffe. So they recorded it with some other people. It was like a remake or something. But yeah, bruv, they won the whole thing. Raksu, they won the whole thing. They got the massive deal. They got big boy band. So they come after. They were the. Same year or the year after Little Mix.
Okay.
So Little Mix done it. Before that, I think One Direction did it or something. Kind of. There was my guys, and then when they did it,
I remember them.
They got huge deal. They was gone like always keeping contact with us. They were sick, but then they ended up coming out of the deal completely because they were putting all their money still into Little Mix. You see, Little Mix and One Direction was crazy.
Working.
What the label didn't want was to take them out of Cycle. Like
Psycho.
Yeah. Psycho didn't want the other people to be taken out of the limelight and this new band to come in. Because what happens is they're not fans; they're X Factor fans. See what I'm saying? So anything new that comes through, they're fans of X Factor. So they come away from that and go to the new thing.
Yeah.
So they didn't want that. So then
a year after that, bands come out.
And I mean, they got
Little Mix is an exception. That's why they pumped Little Mix.
It's a guaranteed success.
They saw future in Little Mix. The rest of them is like one record and you're done with you.
Yeah. So then they ended up. But my guys, they didn't stay with the label. A lot of them stay with the label to the end. And still become successful. There's a few of them that still done well. Yeah. But these guys actually come out of it. And now are saying, yeah, it's the best thing we ever did, bro. Like the best thing. They actually went through huge things with him. Huge problems with Simon Cowell and the rest of the team, and they ended up coming out of the deal completely. They caused their problems. Like I won't go into these, but yeah, whatever happened, they obviously Psycho wouldn't have probably been happy either. But I think Psycho kind of wanted it as well because they weren't putting the funding. They didn't kind of want to interrupt their thing. Now the guys are saying, yeah, it's the best thing they ever did. Best thing they ever did.
Yeah, but that's how music labels run. They've got like 2 signature artists and they pump all the money in those artists, and then what spare they use to promote the other artists.
Good thing with me at Jetstar, I was their main artist. I was the envy of the. Remember at the time, I was the envy of the whole of the fucking UK dancehall scene at the time, because I was the Jetstar's main artist. Some of them couldn't even get in the building. I'm saying I'm in there like I'm their main artist. I was there. The studio was booked out for me, and like people couldn't even get to do single deals with them at the time. It was. But then it's like I could. My best time was leaving them. My best time was coming out of it. And calling you saying, let's do anything Messiah Law. That's it. The anything Messiah Law, that was the leaving, that was my freedom, because I couldn't even do that type of music when I was signed to them. They didn't want to hear too much swearing. They didn't want to hear all of this. They even questioned me talking about weed. That's when this is after they signed me. And they questioned talking about. I said, all right, you know what? I can understand, because the A&R said to me, he heard a track with Gosaki Mada. And he said, Tuggy, you can't say that. And I'm like, bruv, like, allow it, because it's a war track. You know what I mean there? Anyway, I said, no, I can live with that. We ain't got to put that on the album. Bang. But you see, and it's all right, we can tone down certain things. Cool. But when you're telling Tuggawar, that when you're talking about weed, because they couldn't, I'm looking like, this is after I've signed to them. And then they question me about me writing about weed, bro. And I'm looking at them like, do you know who you signed, G? I refused to go in the studio and record without smoking, because there was no smoking in the studio. I said, fuck that. I ain't fucking. Because I heard about them having their John Holt in there or someone a couple of weeks before, and they let him smoke. Like, if Snoop Dogg walks in there, you ain't going to tell Snoop he can't smoke. I'm smoking today, or we're not recording. Fuck it.
I've had managers who are like big managers, like one big manager guy. He was like to me, yeah, you guys got to stop smoking and that.
Yeah, fuck that.
You know, like, he was trying to tell me that to stop smoking and like focus on my music. He was trying to hint it, and every time I see him, I was just like, I don't like this guy.
That's why I love this.
I like smoking my weed. This is why we
Trust me, this is why we do it. If a man tell me I can't smoke weed,
this is
rock
my
it.
vibe, innit? Like,
So I lit up the weed.
You can't tell Amy Winehouse to
Thank you. You can't tell her.
Winehouse for what she
Thank
was.
you. She was for what she has. You're not gonna tell her not to do her thing. You ain't gonna walk in on certain man and tell them don't do, or certain woman or whoever it is and tell them don't do their thing. I feel them thing that make them do their thing. You put the studio for them. 1 minute, you really book a studio assistant for Snoop Dogg and tell him not to smoke weed? Something wrong with you, right? It's like Tuggawar. You cannot, and you signed me. I told him, bro, you just signed me, bro. You want to get the best out of me. You gotta let me smoke weed in this motherfucker. I lit up the weed. Mr. Palmer walks in. The whole thing walks in. I got a big spliff about it. But he never said no. I told him, I said, Mr. Palmer, we need to smoke weed for do this shit. It ain't working. That's why I love the weed. I love the studio in Jamaica mixing lab. Roy France, you know, the owner said, you can't smoke cigarette, only weed. Because he believed, big up Roy. Roy said cigarette smoke fucks the equipment. But ganja's okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck? It fucks with the equipment.
Yeah, that's what he said. Because like, they got a 50 grand desk in there. They got the air sale desk. That the studio's nuts, bro. And he's like, yeah, you can smoke ganja, but no cigarette. And he smokes cigarette. He don't even smoke weed. My man don't smoke weed. He just smokes cigarette and drinks his Heineken. My man says he's cool for anyone to smoke weed. He won't smoke a cigarette in there.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, because it's a theme place, so he might light up a one in there, because it's his place, you get what I'm saying? But he'll tell you straight, that no cigarette smoking it, fucks with the equipment. But you can light up chalice, light up your bongs, light up your spliffs, you don't mind it, but just don't light up a fag.
The whole place full of ganja
I swear. Like you see K-Put walk in, with 10 Rasta man, with chalice, like, it gets cloudy in there, bro. But he's like, yeah, that's cool.
Studio, bro.
But don't like cigarettes, gonna fuck with the equipment. Crazy ass, man. Crazy ass. Man.
I tell you, it's been a mad thing, man.
Yeah.
There's so much, there's so much different bits, boy.
Yeah,
no, we had some very positive like things today.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
mad energy. I'm so glad. You know what? It's crazy. I'm so glad
you.
I was hoping that you turn up. I said to Mum, I said Frosty probably gonna turn up with me in the podcast, and You didn't know you was gonna turn up.
No.
But
I didn't know I was gonna turn up.
Yeah,
you didn't know
he was gonna
I didn't
turn
know I
up.
was gonna have enough energy enough.
Exactly, that's what I said as well.
See how hungry I am. I didn't even know you were doing a podcast. I was come up here to talk about the next video. I'm like, what we doing next?
This is it. This is exactly what we're about to talk about.
Works. It's all in the works.
But yeah, we'll have to do our part 2, definitely.
Yeah, man, definitely,
We're gonna do our part
man.
2, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, man. So yeah, want to big up anyone while you're here?
Boy, what did I say? I said like, firstly, big up my family, boy, for the support and all this madness I've been doing. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially my mum having to hold my kids while I go and shoot late night. There's a little mentality.
I love that.
Yeah. And then you get me, all the mentors along the way, boy. There's so many.
There's so many of them. Give thanks for the whole journey, man.
Yeah. There's so many of them.
Because next time I want to come and then we're gonna go through the whole UK dancehall thing.
Yeah.
And everything. Or we can't. We're not gonna do it tonight.
Yeah. Because it's like what's the name? Oh gosh, I'm bad with names, you know.
Emito, after a few splits as well.
Wayne Marshall.
Yeah.
He
He masters all of my tracks.
Yeah, I know.
You know, right?
Yeah. Because like even him, I used to MC with like. I used to be in his yard and he'll be singing and me MCing back in the day. Yeah.
Big up Wayne.
Yeah,
man.
long time.
You know what? It's crazy with Wayne because I met Wayne at Jetstar.
Yeah.
And we sparked a musical relationship.
Yeah.
And I respected him as a musician from before because I loved his records and really lovely guy and a guy that will help you and direct you from young because he's experienced as well. He's been doing this thing for the 90s. He's had his record deals. He's had number ones. He's a very experienced guy and very talented.
Yeah, man.
And so like his advice is like I always took his advice serious as well. Okay, listen to someone who's going to give you some good advice, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And help me with the production of making like the mastering and stuff like that. And I even say for the sound, like we don't use anyone else when we'll mix and we can master.
Yeah.
We can master. Frost can master, but we respect Wayne.
Yeah.
That
much. Sound and
we respect Wayne because
he comes back different. Like
I
can't do that.
Yeah.
But he does. He just like he's got his own little.
I know. When I had conversations
his
with
sound
him,
is so unique that like it's of like I listen to worldwide sound. It's of a very high class, a record company standard, and it's like for our sound. It's like tailor made, and he's had so many years of experience.
Yeah, especially with reggae dancehall,
dancehall, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
Any kind of genre, because he's a man of like he understands music to the fullest. It doesn't matter what track it is. To be honest with you, he's mastered rock and roll for me before. Like anything, he'll master.
This is what I'm saying. Is like there's people out there like from back in the day. Because I'm thinking like how I know Wayne is before the G spot, before all that is like me and him listening, going into his yard. Playing tunes and me MCing and he like that's how I know Wayne. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, this is like just left school time.
Wayne, man, Wayne gonna be
No. Me and Wayne chat all the time.
G Spot was such a big hit. When I first heard G Spot, I thought it was an American song.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a UK song.
Yeah, neither did I. That's why when you was telling me, like, firstly, when you first started telling me about him, I was like,
I didn't know. I don't think I knew.
Like Usher.
Yeah, it was that league.
I say he's like Usher.
Yeah, it's like Usher. That kind of thing. That's what I thought for years. And the guy lived around the corner from me. I didn't actually know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm living around. I didn't know until it took me years to find. I think I found out before I got signed to Jetstar, obviously. But there was a portion. I think when it come on MTV, I thought it was in that league there. I thought this is from it because the video was shot in an American kind of style as well. So it was like that kind of theme to it. So I thought it was shot in America. It looked like, this is another Usher. Or another, this is out of America. This is their new thing. And the song was just back. I thought, I didn't even know it was back. I wonder that.
Even me, like, I heard the song and then people was telling me like Wayne Marshall and I'm like, who? Wayne? And he's like, yeah, this is his tune. And I was like, don't lie. You get what I'm saying? That's how when I first heard it.
And you know what? Such a gentleman, such a professional.
Yeah. There's loads of people. This is what I said.
And check out his new stuff as well because he's by the name of Marshane right now.
Yeah, Marshane.
You got Marshane. You go back. He's updated his thing. He's Marshane. He's got some new singles out. Man of many talents.
And the other one, his other name, the mastering guy.
The mastering guy. The mastering guy. All of you guys, any artist that wants professional mastering done, you got your tracks, you got your mixes done, and you want to get that final touch, holla at the mastering guy. I always put his link in my Instagram and so forth. Man. Big up Wayne Marshall.
Yeah, man. There's loads, like, you know, I've been, like, because I've been sitting down for the last, 4 years just learning cinematography. Like, not filming, cinematography, like just the art of cinematography, and and picking up, like, you know, all of these, you know, the psychological of colors and all that kind of stuff. And then recently, I don't know why, I just been drawn back into the music side of the studio. So, like, you know, I checked demo, and that's how I got back with
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, yeah.
Bridging,
Demo. Yeah, man. And they
really talented guy.
Yeah, Demo is just sick.
Demo's something else.
Demo's something else. Yeah. And as a producer as
well.
I
was just gonna say that Demo's brilliant producer.
Flip, you know. Brilliant. Yeah. And it's weird because, like, you know, I grew up in and around.
What the hell's that?
It's my phone.
Oh my God! I thought there was a bird at the window.
I thought there was a fucking squirrel.
I'm like, what the fuck is at the window?
I tell you, all time of night,
I thought it was at the window.
I thought the cat come back.
I tell you, all time of night, my phone makes messages where people telling me, "Oh, Snags, this, like, it's just, like, I'm just like, that's just the way it is, man. You help.
So yo, bless up everybody.
Bless up everybody. Yeah. We got Tuggawar. Thank you, Tugs.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Nice chat.
You're welcome, my brother, man. We're going to do part 2 ASAP.
Yes.
Bless up.